if that's the case, ayo, I'm gonna need each and every single one of you all to gather around the table and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors, the tale of the looming corruption and a jaded destiny. For this be the infamous tale of the Valley of Dreams, and the legendary tale of the Soulbound. Previously, the Voden Knights would find themselves returning from the corrupted mushroom forest with dozens of eyes in hand. As they would return it to my friend and the Sewer King, they'd eventually try to strike an alliance with the fiendish Otoyog. He wouldn't deny them, but he'd definitely say the likes of, it could be earned with trust, and trust takes a long time to build. While shopping with the king himself, Gore, our sprite barbarian in themselves, or to what actually he is, being a blood hunter, would claim that he'd be willing to do nearly anything if it meant slaying the likes of Heliod, killing the god of the sun. However, the Sewer King would offer him a deal he'd never forget. A deal to pledge himself to Dendar, the World Serpent, and in return be granted great power and rage in one of his weapons. As the deal was made, the heroes would return to the village and discuss their status to the Myconids, while also giving them reports on the events that took place. After great bits of discussion and how to rule moving forward, the Voden Knights would finally be accepted into the Myconid colony to do as they please. But survivors, listen now. With deals and alliances being made, multiple moving threads have been formed, and with an ongoing sickness the heroes must overcome. To metal beasts roaming the lands to even the Zhao Dynasty outpost being formed, we'll have to find out exactly how the Voden Knights will succeed in this threat in Session 3 of Valley of Dreams. That said, alright gentlemen, let us get started with today's session. Let me send you guys to the new and improved map. If it's not improved, then I will make sure to re-import it again and change. Alright, there we go. And go. I don't know why Karos is here. I was using this token for earlier. Alright, so if that's the case, then alright, let me give you guys a little bit of ambience and we'll be good to get started. This one. So, as we pick back up where we left off, we return to the likes of our heroes as they sleep, all having pleasant dreams about their hopes and goals. However, one of you resides in a place a little foreign from home, foreign to all of this, as we return to the likes of Gore of the Meadows. Ah, boy, here we go. One moment. As we return to the likes of Gore, you begin to find yourself shrouded in an astral light. As this begins to happen, you look over and you blink, and in an instant, you aren't where you believed you were any longer. You look over, and from what you can tell, you find yourself in an area filled with stones and more. It seems to be completely destroyed, bits of wood sort of scattered everywhere. The area seems destroyed, but it still is extremely dark, not really much light in sight. You have trouble seeing, so you're not entirely sure exactly where this location is and what is going on. You look about, and you find this occasional red mist flowing past you from the north, and it smells reeking of blood and pain. The smell reeks of the north, but you look towards the south, and you find an endless abyss of nothingness even. Let me show you exactly what map you see, my friend. Alright, hold on, configure, make sure this is right. Yep, there we go. Alright. Go, let me know if you can see everything. Also, let me know if no one, like if you guys only see a black screen.
Yep, I see it.
All right, go. And for everybody who don't see anything. All right, so no one sees a black screen, right? All right, cool. Gore.
I see a black zone.
Yep.
Oh man. That being said, Gore, as you begin to smell the reeking of blood and pain, you begin to hear up ahead screams of the sorts. As you begin to try to listen into what they could possibly be, you notice as they're familiar ones at that. You begin to hear the likes of, well, this. Gore! Where are you? The voice of red orcs. You're not sure what to believe, but the choice is yours, Gorm. What do you think of the situation, and what do you do in this moment of time as you hear the voices, you see the red mists and more?
Okay, Gore, hearing that, would already start running in that direction, but Gore's been around for way longer than a red orc should have been. So sometimes, like, he's gone crazy once or twice before, so he's trying to figure out if he's having another one of his moments. But he's still nonetheless gonna do what he does best. Gore is here!
That being said, begin to flutter over to the likes of where you heard the sounds. As you begin to continue north, you see as more and more the debris and destruction begins to form all around you. You look over to your left and right, and you see as massive pillars begin to scale for dozens and dozens of feet. You look down below and you see the ground cracked in more bits of things of destruction and chaos magic forming out of the ground and sort of writhing in this sort of tendril-like roots. Eventually, you begin to look over and get closer and closer towards the likes of the screaming and more before eventually you stop where you are. Look about, and you see as you come across a field in this entire area. You look towards your left and right, and despite the map, you begin to see as you're surrounded by animals of the sorts. A magical dust ever abundant, with a small spark in the sky like a miniature sun. You see as all of these strange animals, just random farm creatures, the likes of sheep, cows, and more, random assortments of them. But you look to see as the miniature sun, the sunlight fades, the dozens of animals, the dust on the floor, the colors, the disgrace of what happened, the sight all too familiar to yourself as you see the clan of Novus Kai humiliated, destroyed before your very eyes. With that, the last bit of the sun fades, and as you look towards all of these sort of animals, what do you do, Gore?
Gore kind of like he was speeding in, but then he kind of like abruptly stopped seeing all these animals and seeing the ravaged area, and Gore's like, no, not again. Get it together, Gore. Don't let this pass haunt you. They're gone. You're here to avenge them. And Gore's just kind of just trying to put it together right now. Trying to put it together.
That being said, as you're trying to sort of peer through the likes of the illusions and more, eventually you begin to see as some of the animals, they begin to walk around, but their pace begins to grow slower and slower and slower, losing their purpose, losing their will, before one by one, you watch as they all begin to collapse. You look over as their forms begin to change back to their originals. From simple farm animals like sheep and cows, you watch as horns begin to jut out of their foreheads, red skin begins to immediately show, and you watch as red orcs, dead Oni yokai, your brethren, slain in front of you, due to a damn divine god. Heliod, in fact.
And Gore would get down to the ground and start like beating his sword on the ground, and every time like, coward, Heliod, don't play these tricks. Come for me if you want. Gore will crush you. Phoenix sees it fit. And he crushes his short sword against the ground again. What you did for my people, you will pay. You thought this a trick. Gore's just gotten stronger since this. Come, I'll slay you now. I've already slayed one god.
That being said, as you begin to yell out into the likes of this strange land, you look and find as Heliod's hatred towards the orcs renders all of your brethren slain, defeated, and destroyed. And as you glance to find a massacre of orcs, your own kin surrounding you, you begin to hear a voice enter into the likes of your head. You hear this individual.
Gore. He. The one that you seek. Not Heliod, but this new individual. He is capable of righting the wrongs of this entire damned pantheon. Capable of things even I cannot. But together, with our blessing guiding you, Gore of the Meadows, will be able to show him the wrath within, the justice your clan deserves. Submit yourself to his call. The Serpent's Call.
As you begin to hear this, you watch as the voice begins to vanish, before you slightly see an ever so shifting shadow of your god, shifting with the likes of the darkness through and around this strange sort of red mist. You see Phonax for only a brief moment before eventually, just as you see him and notice him, he's gone. That said, Gore of the Meadows, what do you do?
Gore would yell out, Snake One! Where are you? Gore has business to attend to. He has been blessed again.
That said, you only see the visages of Phonax moving forward in a way. That being said, you can choose to follow him or you can choose to go your own path. The choice is yours, Gore.
Oh no, he's following this man's. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Just point me the direction.
You got it. Yeah, you just keep moving. He's like, oh, Phonax, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, he's going that way.
Nah. So, as you begin to continue forth, you may move your token and I will tell you if you see anything. Okay. Alright. As you begin to... Oh, good.
And the last way he saw Phonax go was in this direction, I'm guessing?
Yes, in that general northern direction.
Okay.
At this point, as I guess I'll describe everything as you begin to continue approaching, you see more and more of these strange sort of roots forming out of the likes of the ground, slowly lifting upwards, or up these platforms. You watch as there's now steps even leading upwards and upwards. At this point, you begin to see a sort of altar of the sorts before eventually your sight begins to grow. You look over until you stand about right here if you don't move for a second. Mm-hmm. And you see as strange sort of devices lay onto this altar. You're not entirely sure of what they could possibly be until you glance and take a look. And you find the likes of a skull. You watch as the skull begins to slowly form a divine light, a sort of strange sun-like halo around it. You almost begin to wince from the likes of this, the sort of bright lights, the sun, this sort of energy. And as the skull begins to sit there mocking you, what do you do?
Does it seem like it's just glowing and stuff like that, right?
It's glowing. It has a sort of divine golden halo of Heliod, seems like.
And Gore goes up to it and puts his hand on it, and then slowly goes down and crushes it as slow as possible to make it almost like he's trying to grind it down.
As this begins to happen, you you begin to almost imagine all the pain and agony that possibly Heliod could feel. And as you begin to think about it for a brief moment in time, you immediately double it in the likes of intensity and pain that you seek to inflict onto the sun god. Eventually you watch as the likes of the skull is completely crushed, dismantled into pieces before your work is done. At this point, you begin to almost see and feel a presence behind you, and you look around, and well, Gore, oh boy. You see the likes of this up ahead. You watch and see as a massive eye over the likes of an endless abyss of this Eldritch domain begins to appear. You look over and the eye itself has a singular slit down the middle, similar to the likes of the Sewer King, similar to all the Otoriags that you had slain and killed. As you approach or even stand there, you hear a voice surrounding you from all sides. As you begin to hear this. Oh God.
Revelry, anger, vengeance, redemption. These are the words of your tale. You, Gore, seek vengeance for your clan against a god who holds up law and fragile ideals to bend them to your will. But you seek for them to die by your hand. However, your hand will not be enough, Gore of the Meadows. A deity must be reminded of what true strength is. The strength to crush. Farika, now Heliod. These two will face your wrath.
That being said, do you say anything in response? Gore.
All right, you can hear me, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. So Gore grabs whatever's on the table, and he grabs the rest of that skull, and he comes and he stands over the edge, like he's not even flying right now. He's just standing over the edge, and he looks down and he says, "Snake One, for Phoenix, for my people." And he takes the like Heliod skull and starts scrumbling the crushed skull over the top of it. Gore will crush, and if your help is what it takes, Gore will gladly pay that toll.
That being said, as this begins to happen, or you hear as the voice begins to speak and say once more,
if that is the case, these two will face your wrath. You will become the trickster god Thanaxis, and now mine. You are the god slayer of the Elysian. Wield the power you seek, or refuse and stay awake.
That being said, Gore, in front of you, you look and you see a massive axe ahead of you. You watch as it begins to course with an eldritch and divine power, like no other than anything that you have even seen. The choice, however, is ultimately yours. Do you accept the strength of Dindar?
He's already picked it up. He's already picked it up. I'm saying he's already done. And
Already
Gore be like,
ain't got the option.
Gore didn't come here to find more weakness, God. He came to get a job done. Gore came to crush.
And with the final word of crush, this begins to occur. You watch as this axe, now to describe it, you see as it has a singular sort of eye in the middle between both blades. And as it begins to, as you begin to look closer towards it, it seems to have a very similar eye in shape and design as the one in front of you. You look as it begins to almost sort of writhe and tear, and immediately, almost like a magnet, begin to cling to your hands, refusing to be let go, refusing to let anyone else wield it but yourself. You feel as it attaches itself to a part of your entire soul. As this begins to happen, you see as your arm begins to become tainted with the likes of this strange reddish sort of scale, almost like a dragon even, beginning to form amongst your arm, your hands, and even your skin. You watch as your hand begins to grow draconic claws, and in the center of the palm, in the palm of your hand, you watch as a massive eye of Dindar forms. You look to see as your Oni horns begin to become more profound, jutting even further out of the likes of your forehead. Your tusks grow in a hateful rage, protruding out of your mouth. And you see as streaks of your hair begin to change color and more. As you accept his will, you accept his blessing. From what was a strange reddish orange, now begins to turn into an even stranger divine white sort of streak with fiendish purplish sort of markings or going across the likes of your hair, forming out of hatred, forming out of wrath. The weapon begins to form in your hands once more, and you see as it begins to, or you begin to watch as the eye upon the axe shines a bright purple light, and you, Gore of the Meadows, have awakened the final weapon of Dindar. Oh man. As your form begins to change, Gore, is there anything else you say for this last thing?
Gore grabs the axe and he feels like the power coursing through him and feeling himself turn even more Oni again. Because I'm guessing Gore is just a little bit bigger than what he was before.
Just a little bit bigger.
He's bigger so that when people see him again, it'll be like, is Gore bigger? Like just that enough. And Gore's like, I have chosen the right path. You gods sure do move slow, but you do make it fun. You won't regret. Such is Gore. Gore is a happy camper.
You look over and the eye lastly says,
We work slow because of Farika's influence. She will fall all the same. But first, business must be attended to. Your involvement is required for this power you seek. Wait for the serpent's call of my vessel, Rashid.
As you hear the final name of Rashid, the visions begin to slowly close. The eye begins to close. The light around you begins to cease. And the visions end. And with that, Gore, you may now use the War Axe of the World Serpent. Oh boy. So, if you haven't looked at it already, and this is more so for everybody else, the War Axe of Dindar is considered an artifact. It is not a legendary weapon, it is a straight up artifact that can evolve over time. At the moment, it is a +2 weapon, and what you can do is you can, it has the finesse property, so you can use strength or dexterity with it, your choice. Also, the other thing is you're the only one who can ever wield this weapon. As you can, if you've watched The Ascent, you probably know why. That being said, the other thing, you can use your, like a normal attack to throw the legs of the axe, and if you really ever want to, you can use your bonus action to call the axe back to you, no matter where you are, as long as you're on the same plane of existence. That said, oh boy.
That's appreciative.
That being said, eventually, you awaken towards this area. Actually, hold on. Let's go to this place instead. If it will load. Taking a bit of time.
I'm gonna have to commission a new Gore every like 6 months.
Oh man.
Stop talking to gods, man. Just stop talking to gods.
Stop talking to gods.
Hey man, he's only talking because they saying what he needs to hear. That's all.
Well, regardless, as this begins to happen, Gore, you awaken eventually, halfway kind of through the night. You look over, and I'd assume Agni is still is still sleeping at this point. It is night, or not nighttime. It is daytime of the sorts. You probably got like another hour or two before you get a full rest, but you look and see as at your sort of bedside, the War Axe of Dindar is by or over there. You look over towards your hand, and as you see the draconic claw, it was real. It was not a dream. This is reality. That said, is there anything you say and do, or do you go back to bed?
Gore simply reaches over and grabs the axe, and almost like he doesn't think it's gonna go anywhere now. Like it's gonna be kind of in the bed with him. He's just gonna lay it next to him, and he's gonna be like, Phoenix, I await the call. This god will be crushed. And he kind of drifts off.
Easy enough. And while we're doing that, let's go over, catch up with these sort of things. So, real quick, welcome to the family, says Lumeris. So, Gore, you get a D4 health potion from chat, aka Maxfish. And also, Zaman, you do get a inspiration die, from the likes of chat. And am I missing anything? Oh, nope, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Word.
Alrighty. So, at this point in time, eventually you all are able to rest for the evening, and you guys can fix up your character sheets and take a long rest. Actually, Gore, I'm going to import your character sheet again to make sure you got the War Axe. That said, as you all begin to wake up, we'll start with this house. What do you all say, and what do you all do?
Where is? I've already forgotten. Where is long rest on here? Oh, never mind. I found it. I'm
Yeah,
good. I
it's
got
a
it.
little, yeah.
I found it.
Alrighty. Boop, boop, and boom. There you go. You'll probably look over and notice as Trog is, he's kind of still curled up, kind of like a dog. Again, not really understanding the use of sheets and all that sort of stuff. And he's kind of just resting for a brief moment. But actually, not at this point. He'd probably be one of the first people up, to be honest. You would see and look over as he's kind of standing up and almost getting ready to prepare himself for the day. as if he's getting ready to go out on a hunt himself. As this occurs, eventually, Azora, you begin to wake up. Agni, you as well, and you see as Gore is definitely changed. Whichever thing you want to tackle first, the choice is yours. Zaman, however, before we get to that, you do begin to boot back up and return back to power and form, as it seems to be a new day. You are back to being energized. So, choice is yours on who wants to begin.
I could start. Zaman will wake up. He would like look in the house to see if everyone was good, and then his first thing would be to go to the garden and check to see if anything has started to grow.
Well, you go into the house to see if everybody's good. You do see everybody in their sort of room still, so you're not entirely sure. That said, you could try to inquire further, because, I mean, it's not too far off on the mark, considering this is the first time, when you guys think about it, the first time you guys have slept in a bed in... I want to say
I'm pretty sure since that tavern.
Yeah, and like y'all didn't even really sleep in the tavern, to be honest.
That's so legit.
That's true.
That's so legit.
True.
So it's not too far out of the mark to be able to like actually check on your companions to make sure, hey yo, they didn't get murdered in their sleep, you know?
Yeah, he would come in and just quickly check on them to make sure everybody's okay. He'll try to make no noise, but just to peek in.
Yeah, no roll needed. You see this Trog and Azora, they're they're getting ready to get up and all that stuff. You look over towards Agni, and I mean, I assume he's getting up and all that stuff, unless he's doing something else or whatever. Yeah. And you look to find Gore, and what the fuck happened to Gore? You look and see as there's these strange sort of Oni horn sort of protruding out of his head. He has a strange draconic claw, and his hair is sort of white with purple streaks going down it. And he has this strange axe that definitely seems to have manifested overnight.
At this point, Zaman is not surprised, as Gore changes bodies like the seasons. So he's like, another change for Gore. But he doesn't see it as strange.
Enough. That's it. Zaman,
he does think to himself. Because he can kind of see how Agni is positioned, and he sees he looks a little bit uncomfortable. He's like, yeah, I need to get a better bed for Agni.
That being said, at this point, as you begin to have these thoughts, do you begin to head to the Lex of the garden?
Yep.
Alright, easy enough. So while Zaman is heading over to the garden, Azora and Agni and Gore, what are you three doing?
Azora will look at Trog and be like, how was it? Sleeping in an actual bed with the blanket and pillow. I'm sure things you're not used to.
It was strange at first, but I eventually got used to it. I think for now I'd prefer, being around with nature, but hearing the water flow outside, it still reminds me of where I am. It's not too strange after a while.
But that is good. Perhaps your skills might be better served taking watch at night or being outside somewhere hidden just in case. But I want you to at least feel as though you have a home here with us.
That would be nice. I feel like with these walls, I could be, I don't know, vulnerable to any attack. Always waiting for something to strike from shadow. But eventually, with the water, my nerves are calmed. Is this something that you share when you first used bed?
I'll be frank. It has been some time since I had the opportunity to sleep so well. I was out, like one would say, a baby.
I see. That said, what do we have to do for today? What do we need to prepare?
Today, we'll be getting these mushroom folk in order. Perhaps you could use a little bit of training alongside them as well. We all could brush up our skills.
I agree.
Some more than others. All right,
I
continue.
need a better bow.
Oh,
And
man.
eyes.
That's Jose as he begins to step out and begins to start grabbing the likes of his arrows and all that
I
stuff.
don't know. I don't know if the
ahead.
boat the issue.
Anyway, he's gonna blame something.
She's gonna grab 2 pillows on her way out.
All right, you got it. I said, Agni and Gore. What about you two?
I guess as Agni wakes up, he looks over at Gore, then like rubs his eyes and looks over again. And then one more time, he shakes his head, and he's simply going to say, "Gore, what the fuck did you do?"
Gore kind of like laughs a little bit because he wasn't asleep. I think part of it is he kind of wanted to show that he got blessed. So Gore's like, so you've noticed, big one. And Gore kind of rolls over and sits down with his legs crossed and kind of like places the axe across his legs. And he's like, Gore was blessed again. He's starting to feel more like his old self. And this blessing must have been for you. And he throws him the level 2 scroll.
Easy enough. Did you ever pick out what spell you wanted for it?
That was an Agni thing.
That's it. Well, yeah. I guess looking towards Agni. Did you ever pick a spell or not?
No. I thought Gore was going to pick his scroll.
As you can pick it out pretty much when you're not doing anything immediately.
Yeah, we'll do. Gore, I'm not sure if you looked in the mirror recently, but you feel different. You look different. And what happened exactly?
And big one, Gore was blessed. Fnac saw it fit for me to feel more like my old me. And the what I call him, the stench one. And the stench one made good on his deal. This is from someone he served. And Gore has another debt to feel.
Personally, I'm probably the last person to judge how someone gains power. But you remember the conversation we had, right, Gore? All this power that you're consuming, make sure you have complete control of it, or it's not your power.
Worry not, big one. Something tells me this isn't like our last run-in with a weapon like this.
Let's hope not.
This one's a little more personal. And Gore tosses the axe, not at Agni, like on the floor in front of Agni, and then makes it come back to his hand.
That being said, you watch as it begins to almost, kind of like Kratos' axe, just begins to slowly form and fly over towards Gore's palm once more.
A cool parlor trick. Just don't go swinging that thing at any of us, Gore. I don't want anything to happen again.
Big one, Gore's learned. He's here to protect the little ones and to simply crush more gods.
Well, as someone that looks the way I do, try not to go scaring all the people. When they see you become different, oftentimes people will judge your outer appearance, even if you mean to protect.
If the furry one keeps on howling on roofs, they won't even have time to stare my way.
Anyways, we have a long day ahead of us. This village is in no shape to have a defense against the ops. Let's get going, see what everyone else is up to.
Lead as you have, big one. You've done well so far.
So,
I can kind of get up and start walking out. Assuming Azor is probably already whipping some people into shape, we'll head outside.
you got it. As you begin to do so, alright, we switch on over to the other individual sleeping outside, and then we're gonna switch back over to Zaman right afterwards. Alright, where is this? New Mushroom Village. Boom. I think your tokens should be in accurate spots, roughly. But, let's go over to Cora real quick. So, Cora, as you begin to awaken, you look over and you see as the final bits of builder spirits are dropping the likes of the last bits of sort of stones in place and more, and they're doing the final bits of preparation for this massive arena that begins to form at your side. Now, you only watching it pretty much be built only a couple of feet away from you. At this point, you look over and there's just a giant structure over to the right. Said you look over and more, and you do see a couple of Myconid villagers kind of outside the arena looking at it in awe. What do you say, and what do you do as you begin to awake?
Well, how long have we been up? Or we just woke up?
It's pretty much just waking up sort of thing. It's like you went to sleep, there's nothing there, you wake up, and then boom, it's just an arena right beside your face.
Oh. Cora will look at it and like when did this happen? And it's okay, so it's empty, and she would just watch them actually.
That being said, you look over and you see as the Myconids are sort of talking amongst themselves, and you overhear with your passive perception, because you have a decent one, you will hear as why do we even need to be here? I want to see exactly how bad this could possibly go. Well, I at least want to see what they have in store. This could be at least a little bit interesting. The two individuals who were kind of like talking bad about, not really the Voden Knights, but more so like this is a terrible idea of you guys obviously being accepted into the village and all that stuff. These two individuals are in fact here. No sights of Gashir though, anywhere. So as you're walking, or as you're just sort of watching, you do, one thing actually does, sort of ring a little bit true. As you look towards the arena, you can't but help, as a worshiper of Iroas, feel a little bit of an itch to kind of compete. Just, it's been even though it's only been a couple hours, you just can't help but almost feel as if like, when is the next battle going to occur? When is the next fight or anything gonna happen? When can you prove yourself to the likes of Iroas once more? As, funny enough, stadiums, arenas, all those sort of things, those are some of the most holy places for Iroas and his worshippers. Almost more so than just a simple statue of the sorts. But, is there anything else you do, or do you just wait for the others?
She will, is this something that you can lean on?
Yeah, it's basically like a giant sort of mushroom. You can kind of lean, off to the side.
So she would lean on it, but still look at the arena, and then she'll just continue writing in her journal.
Easy enough. So, You look over as you're sort of walking to this part of the village, and you do see as an individual is sort of sleeping amongst a tree and eventually waking up as we look towards Dark. What are you doing as you're sort of propped up high in a tree at the moment? Also, don't forget to unmute when you can. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I was getting some fuel here. I think Dark awakens and dismounts from the branch. Yells out to, I guess, himself pretty much. Ah, another blessed day of light. Let's go find those mushkins who had issues with the Voden Knights. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go try to find those people that were talking shit during Agni's speech.
It's not hard to find them at all. You jump down and you see as well, not only are they just bigger than like most of the people, like most of like the Voden Knights in general, you look to find this massive arena that seems to have formed, and right outside of it, you've seen these mushrooms. They're definitely the ones, and they're kind of talking amongst themselves. You're not entirely sure what they're talking about from here, but you know. It's not hard to find the ones talking shit, as someone said in chat.
Oh, very easy. Very easy. They talking loud too, huh?
Yeah, they're talking loud.
Cruise on through. Let me slide slowly my way over. Is the mushkin that I saw already, is he around here? Man, all these mushroom people look alike. Not to be offensive towards mushroom people.
Yes. So you look over and you do actually find as this individual over here. This is the one that you were talking to not too long ago. You see as they're sort of opening up their sort of stall and kind of looking at the arena in amazement. And as this is sort of happening, you see as, oh my gosh, as named by the likes of chat, Leroy the Mushroom. Oh man. You see as he begins to look over towards you and then just says, I didn't know that arenas could be built that big. That is some fast work, I'll tell you that much.
Ah, yes. It seems that the knights wish to practice some of their fighting skills. There are some who are very sharp and some that are dull, but it seems we all want to train.
I see. That being said, you'll watch as this individual also speak and say, I think we're just both, or I think I can maybe speak for all of the village here in the colony. I think we're just surprised at how fast it was built. Just sort of blinked, talked for a bit, and these strange fears that I guess you all brought, they got to work and they got to work fast. Is this gonna be a thing that's, well, normal?
I would say the Voden Knights only wish to build a prosperous city. I know our technology is a bit, how should I say, foreign, even to myself, but we have a staff engineer who really knows his stuff. He's a robot of sorts. Did you happen to find him to talk about the fields for the children?
No, I actually didn't, but I think I did see them walking over towards the garden. Yeah, they are right there, and you'll see as he points out towards the mine, pretty much just walking to the garden.
Let me go talk to these individuals quickly by the, I guess, are we calling it the battle arena? Did we give it a name yet?
Nope.
Nobody gave it a name?
Definitely the danger room.
The danger room? The hazardous room? You know
The pits of hell, bro. The pits of hell.
The pits of hell. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of, is that offensive?
I'm gonna go back to,
That's definitely offensive. Zamon's racist. Confirmed.
All right, the pits of heaven.
Doesn't make it any better. You already said what you said.
It is what it is.
It's what it is. But you can move your token, Dark.
Oh yeah. Go talk to him and make sure the children have some place to play. If you have any issues, please come find me, sir. And by the way, any night creatures bother you?
No. But
Exactly. That's what the Voden Knights are here for, to protect you.
But I think there is something that you should know.
And he just walks away. He walks away sadly.
Just for dramatic sake, he will just say, "I think I saw a starry one in the," and then just that's it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The funny thing is, those I really don't even know what those are.
That said, that is that. All right. So eventually, we look towards the likes of Zaman as you're heading over to the garden. What are you saying or doing as you approach there?
Zaman is coming over, and he'll speak to whoever seems like they've been tending to the garden. Probably go straight to Spore.
Yeah. You see Spore's just kind of looking towards the likes of the crops and more, and you see as he actually begins to pull out the likes of a couple of carrots and even bits of other vegetation and more. He looks over and kind of just waves at you as you begin to approach.
He's gonna enter. He's gonna be careful because he's a massive robot to not step on anything inappropriately. But he's gonna say, "Spa, how are things going?"
Oh, I believe that they'll be coming along just fine, just fine. It seems to be that the farm is growing at a strangely faster rate than before. I am not sure if this is Karametra's doing or if it is just luck. But regardless, our yields will be nearly doubling than what they used to be. Speaking of which, here is your sort of share. I don't remember if you made this clear, but do you need or require food or?
Yes, I will need food for the party. We just need to make sure that my comrades stay satiated and are not weakened due to lack of food.
Of course. That said, we have only a little bit, but I'm sure more will begin to form as the farm gets going. That said, here is your sort of share. And you will watch as Spore, out of game, will basically hand you the likes of your food resource as you have your farm. Let me go get that to you if I can, but it'll be a second. That said, is there anything else you ask Spore in the meantime?
Yeah, he says, "Spore, I found these seeds while I was out on our travels. I have about 20 of them. Will this help with the growing plants? I don't know what the seeds are in particular, but maybe they will help to grow additional food and maybe some herbs.
You'll see as
Maybe medicine.
Oh, my bad. You'll
Also,
see as
maybe
Spore.
medicinal herbs.
Yeah. Spore will eventually ask for you to hand them over so he could examine and look at it.
He'll give him the seeds.
That said, as he begins to do so, he'll look and just begin to laugh and smile and say, "These are no sort of seeds for the likes of food, but these could actually be very useful in medicinal herbs and other things, and even just other sort of plants. I don't believe that I have, looked too far into it, but are you into alchemy by chance?"
Yes, I haven't practiced in a very long time, but I've dabbled before.
If you were to grow these sort of seeds, I'm sure you could just use a simple sort of potted plant or something. But you would be able to maybe use the yields from said plants to aid in alchemy, to maybe even make potions.
That would be quite useful, Spore. You said a potted plant. Is there good soil and maybe a pot somewhere I can find around here?
Oh, don't be so silly here. You'll see as he will begin to slowly take out the likes of... He'll go into the likes of his sort of backpack, which is kind of like actually made out of a plant itself. And you'll see as he has a little bit of dirt and a bit of soil for you to kind of use if you wish. As he begins to sort of Assuming that you have something to carry it in, then yeah, you'll be good to go and be able to place it pretty much in your room if you wish. Oh, actually, you don't have a room, but I don't know. I guess outside the front door.
Basically, that's what's gonna have to happen. Yeah, I think I made a bag or two, not too long ago. So he'll put the dirt in the bag, and then he'll probably talk to Mal about making like a small, like a pot, so he can plant these seeds.
Easy enough. So, while you're doing that, real quick, Zaman, if you can actually roll a d6. Now, this d6 is very important because unless you don't want to do it, you can have someone else do it. But this is to determine how much free food you get from the likes of this garden.
Ooh.
So if you want to do it, you can. If you want somebody else to do it, then you can.
I'll roll it. Let's hope I'm blessed.
That's a big 6.
Let's go.
God damn. All right, there you go. So you guys will get 6 food source or food stocks. I'll make sure to add that.
One additional thing. Zaman will ask Spore, is there any additional improvements that is needed to the garden?
Well, there's not much you can do with the likes of the size, but I'm sure we can probably help with the likes of maybe, We'll see as he begins to think. We can maybe do a couple of improvements to make the yields even grander, but I think that you'd probably need to talk to one of your spirit friends. I think that's what they call them. I don't know. I think they call themselves spirits or souls.
The spirits. They're called spirits. They can talk. You can talk to them if you ever want to chat them up. But yeah, I'll find one and I'll talk to them about additional improvements. I appreciate your time and effort, Sport. You're doing a great job.
You as well. That said, you'll see as Spore begins to continue tending to the farm and garden and all that stuff, and eventually you head to wherever you wish. If you're joining the likes of the party, you can. At this point, you'd be a little bit before you join them, because Azura and Agni and I think Gore, you guys are heading straight to the arena, right?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys can move your tokens over there.
Yep. If Agni sees fit, he's following for now.
That being said, you will see as Hannibal and Mao, they do begin to walk out, begin to sort of look over, nod, and greet you all as they begin to emerge.
How was the house, or the beds at least for you two?
You'll see as Mao will definitely say this. Well, it definitely felt like normal for once. It's fantastic. You see as he's sort of stretching as he begins to finish saying the sentence. You'll see as Hannibal will look over and say, I can agree with Mao in this case. It was quite nice. That said, how was your rest? You two. Oh, excuse me, you three.
Pretty calm for me compared to others.
Also, yeah, he's just looking at you, but it's kind of like he's waiting for you to explain, but he's not gonna just ask himself. But he is definitely, you see him catching a little side eye or whatever.
Yeah, when he says others, he looks at Gore as he kind of looks back at him and kind of shrugs.
And Gore's been like, Gore had a blessed sleep. Very blessed.
A blessed one indeed, from what I can tell. Should I even inquire more, or?
Did you doubt Gore was of Oni blood? He's getting back to his old self.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm sorry. He's the observant one. I apologize.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he'd be like,
Observant one. Gore told you he was getting back to his old self. My God felt it. Time for me to get a little closer.
and Gore just kind of has like a smirk on his face.
Should I be scared of Gore? You'll just see his mouth just points over towards this guy just sort of flying up in the air. And he kind of just looks towards Azora and Agni.
If you don't fear me, don't fear Gore.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And
Zora
he'd be
looks.
like,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You don't serve a sun god, right?
Oh, no.
Then nothing to worry about.
and he kind of like mush pets Mao right quick.
I'm being sad.
You know what I mean? Just straight like
Yeah.
like on top of the head. Is the best I can describe.
Easy enough. It's
In a
easy.
way that if he thought Gore was strong before, like if he didn't think Gore was strong before, it would be kind of just a little bit too small to be that strong.
He's always questioned it, but he's never, like, he's questioned more so how you would wield an axe, like, literally the same size or twice the size of you. But after seeing you pretty much slay and kill countless of the corruption and just monsters in general, I mean, he kind of, like, this is just another thing. This is just Gore at this point.
Fair enough. I'll take it. Bless.
That said, you will see as Hannibal will begin to look over towards Zora and then just say, "So, are you ready for today's lesson?"
Not
Master
quite.
Lunista.
Where is Gashir?
Where is he? Haven't seen him yet. Addy Doc, you'll see as Hannibal raise his voice and towards you. Have you seen Gashir anywhere?
Before he responds, he's talking to these mushkins and saying something of sorts.
Easy
Have
enough.
you heard of night creatures and how much they could slay you at night? Golden Knights are here to protect you, and always remember that. We bring the light. We fight them for you.
Oh no. Oh no. You'll see as hold on, roll a d20.
Hannibal.
Roll a
Ah,
d20 real quick. Hold on. This is important. This is very, very important. Oh no, I'm hoping. Please don't get the, oh please.
what am I rolling? Just a
Just
regular
a
old
just
D20?
straight d20.
regular, huh?
Oh man. Oh god. You oh no. You will see as this individual say, "Night creature. I did see something sort of just standing atop of the house, just staring and sort of screaming earlier at night. I think that we may have one individual that you must deal with." Kind of sort of smirking.
Ah, no. That was I, Addy Doc, the strongest of the Voden Knights. I was just chanting one of my ancient psalms. My mother taught it to me. It was a very, very, very poetic song. I'll have to translate it for you one day. But that wards off the night creatures through the night. You must see. It was late, the witching hour. That is when they strike.
Are you sure? Because I think that one is only a couple of feet away. And he just begins to they begin to start chuckling between themselves. I said, "What do you do?"
Where? Where is he?
Oh man, they're just gonna keep laughing or whatever, and then they're just kind of gonna turn over to themselves as they're just sort of chuckling. Eventually, you would hear as Hannibal begin to call you over.
Hannibal! There's a night creature among us! Voden Knights, prepare yourselves!
What are you talking about?
These mushkin! They say there's a night creature.
You'll see as Hannibal. He's not gonna blow this off. He will at least begin to walk over and inquire, and just say, "Where did you see this creature of the night?" And eventually you'll watch as the villagers just say, "Don't worry, he's right here." And you'll see as they just begin to point over towards the likes of Addy and just start a little bit, again, still shit talking and just laughing and all that stuff.
Gore throws his axe in front of him.
You see as immediately there's just begin to almost back up, being startled for a brief moment, and they look over towards the axe as the actually no, the eye still begins to remain shut, and they look over towards the Oni approaching them. They're kind of just still in shock at the axe being only inches away.
And Gore calls it back, and he's like,
Don't mock the furry one's cause. Or when the night creatures do come, he will point them your way.
That's it. Make an intimidation check, Gore.
"All right, let's see how that goes."
I'll make a wholesome save for him. 18. Nah, he's not buying it. You see, as he begins to look over, and he'll just say, right. Now we look. Now we have to deal with the likes of just a tiny sort of sprite, sort of intimidating us. My, oh my, how the village has changed. Is this what we have to deal with for the future of our village? Ridiculous. That being said, they'll stop talking, but they'll just kind of go off about themselves. They don't seem to be intimidated.
All right, it's cool if they don't feel intimidated. Gore goes up and he snatches one of them and tosses him in the ring, and he says,
Show us how you defend us from the ops and the night creatures.
That being said, you just toss him on in. You see, not granted, this is a bigger individual, but I mean, actually, I mean, he is considered large. I'll at least say, I won't make the DC terribly hard, but just make an athletics check for me. Because, I mean, he is large, you are considered tiny. 10. You're struggling for a little bit. You can kind of push him over for him to get the general idea, but it's more so of... He kind of looks and sees like, no. I think I'm going to just watch this one out and see exactly how the professionals do this. The Voden Knights, if you will. And at this point, you will see, well, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I'm rolling those Azura rolls right now, boy.
Y'all are embarrassing me.
Bro,
Y'all
you
making
clowns.
some
You're moving
terrible-
clowns right now, bro.
Them Azura rolls right now, boy.
That's
Yuck.
Is anybody doing
Messing
anything?
messing up all the progress.
So, Azura seeing all this transitioning, she'll say, "Enough. We all gather here today for many reasons. We may have our differences, sure. We are outsiders. This we know. But what we can unify is under one thing: the defense and protection of this place and those who reside in it. Can we at least come to terms with that? Adidoc, if you know what Gashir is, Q, please bring him."
Who?
Gashir, the Noxious Blade.
I'm sorry. The Mushkins kind of all look the same to me.
Oh my
Racism.
god!
A lot of racism.
The one with the long sword that accompanied us yesterday.
You'll just hear a bunch of
the
you'll just hear a bunch of
lying
talking and murmuring
mushroom
amongst the mushrooms,
That would
like, oh my god.
The lying mushroom person. Oh yes, he's been sleeping in that tree we're over here. Should I just go grab him? No problem. So Addy Dark rushes into his house and literally grabs him and pulls him outside.
Well, hold on, the
Literally.
door's closed. You just bust down the door like the Kool-Aid man.
Gonna see what these dice say today, boy.
Yeah, what do I need to roll for that one?
I mean, you're a barbarian. I'm gonna make the DC a little easier for you. Just make an athletics check. 11. Nah, that's not bad.
Oh
That's
my
not bad.
God.
Well,
No more activity today.
that's
I'm
actually
done,
all that you need or whatever. With an 11, it takes a little bit more force than you kind of anticipated, but with one swift kick, you immediately sort of drop down the likes of the door, and you just see as Gashir, excuse me, he is just basically just laid out, and he is just sleeping, snoring in with a well, not even a blanket on top of him. He's just laying down.
I grab him. I just Gashir, it's time, and I just grab him and I drag him.
At this point, you try to drag him for a little bit, and you see actually as his feet are connected into the likes of the ground, as into one singular sort of stalk. He's like, oh, wait, no, please don't pull me. Oh, I like my legs. We can talk about this, please. I like it. Come on, Addy Dark. You know, like sometimes champions, they all need the rest days. We can talk about this. Come on.
You're wanted outside. Untether your legs and let's go.
Fine. You'll see as he eventually begins to unearth himself from the ground, and you'll see as his two legs begin to form, and you do just still pick him up and then drag him.
Are you asking if I pick him up or drag him?
Or like, are you just having him walk with you, or are you just picking him up and just taking
Oh no,
him
I'm
into
fireman carrying him.
easy enough?
At his own, on his own stoop, I guess. Stoop kid's afraid to leave the stoop. Fireman carry him onto the stoop. And,
Easy enough.
You know, let him down.
As this begins to happen, you look over and you watch as Addy Dark is just fireman's carrying Gashir outside of his own house, and then eventually I assume you just sort of place him down. And he's like, yes, hello, it's time for a good day of training to hone our skills to protect the village and the colony. That said, you will see as it's just gonna kind of slink into the back and just hang out right there.
Azora definitely ain't feeling this man, but she's gonna say, okay, now that everyone is here, your first task is to go into the nearby area. So I'm guessing this is fairly wooded place around here. And she's gonna say, get a tree bark to use for shield and a sturdy enough branch that could serve as either a club or a makeshift sword, so that we may begin practice.
That being said, as you begin to say out the order, you'll watch as all of the participating Myconids will begin to grab the likes of or the necessary equipment and begin to head into the arena. That being said, while Azora's heading into there, is there anything else you say or do?
She'll say, Gashir, please accompany me.
Wait, what? I mean, we got so many fine warriors, but I mean, I don't want to sort of outshine anybody.
No. As a leader of a village, you must always be on the forefront, so that your troops, your warriors, could look up to you. Morale is as important as skill with the blade.
Well, I can't really argue with that, so okay, I will head in. Also here I gotta make the shoe take a long rest real quick. There you go. Alright, as he begins to hop into the likes of the arena, here's what we'll do. It's your choice, rather, whether you want to use this map or the big map. Choice is yours, gentlemen. I have one for both. You guys want to use this big map, or you want to use a smaller map with the entire village?
Said 98%, so give me a second.
Gotcha. So, someone DM'd me. Let me check that out.
Okay. This is
let me look.
This is pretty big, yeah.
So granted, here's what the size of a token kind of looks like. Yeah, I'm about to figure that one out. That's basically what a token looks like. Let me look at it's because your charisma's 9, so you have a -1 from your charisma. Yeah.
Yeah, that boy Gore don't got charisma. Duly noted. Did not know that. Learned something today. Don't go a day without learning. Put myself on mute.
That's it. Let me drag all the. So yeah, you want this one or the other map?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with this. It's up to y'all, cause I don't know who all is gonna be in the arena spot, so it's up to.
This is Azora's thing.
Yep.
I'll let her pick the map.
Alright, so yeah, I mean, yeah, we could have everyone. The guys line up. So Gashir could stand like next to me, like over here.
Got you. Let me get all the tokens and all that stuff. Eventually, what you would kind of see is, yeah, there you go. Oh, my bad. You'll probably see as a couple of the Myconids are kind of waiting outside. Because again, this arena is very, very, very small. It is basically built for solo combat in the case and scenario, which has enough room for it, but and there's a case and scenario for multiple people in the single arena. It's a little bit off for that. So drag this guy over here, and at any point if you want another individual to join you into the arena, just say, and I will drag them in. Is everybody's token who's at the arena? Like, am I missing anybody here? I'm gonna drag Cora and Zaman just in case.
Yeah, so I say Zaman is approaching. So
Yeah.
As we're kind of going in, Agni does want to approach Hannibal. He just wants to tell him really quick. Sometime later today, I wish to speak with you in private.
Very
Maybe
well.
after all this training is done.
Very well. You'll see as he begins to look on at this point. Here. I'm just gonna move all their tokens kind of over to the side next to each other. That being said, you will look over and you'll see as Gashir, with anybody with a passive sort of insight of like about 15 or higher, it would see as Gashir is a little nervous, just a little bit. But he is trying to sort of put on a facade at the moment of pure, absolute confidence.
So Azura would look out to the Myconids, and she would say, who among you has the most training and martial prowess?
That'd be Gashir.
Besides Gashir.
I'll look around and it'll be a little bit of crickets. And you'll see as a smaller individual, a smaller Myconid of the sorts, not the ones who are shit-talking anything. For reference and future sort of thing here, I'm gonna keep them over off to the side together. The two shit-talkers are over here in the little bottom corner, the big ones.
All right. So as that one stands in, she'll say, "What is your name?"
My name is Riles. R-Y-L-E-S.
R-Y-L-E-S?
Yep, Riles.
Riles, what is beneath your feet?
Oh, we are.
You'll see as Riles will look down and just say, dirt?
From here on out, it is sacred ground.
Sacred ground. You'll see as he begins to look towards it and say, and he's actually taking it seriously. He'll just sort of nod, and with his sort of sticks in hand.
The first lesson you must learn is to be a warrior isn't simply about knowing how to strike, when to block, how to dodge, but it begins here, and she points to her heart, and here, and she points to her head. Warriors are responsible for everything that they have done, and everything that they have said, and all of the consequences that follow. They are immensely loyal to all those in their care. To everyone that they are responsible for, they remain fiercely true. Duty and loyalty is your first lesson of today. And she takes those two pillows and she says, Gashir, do you mind how would she say this? She would say, Gashir, I'm going to put these pillows on you. So she's gonna put one pillow on the front of him and one pillow on the back of him, and tie it with a rope, like her rope, to like kind of give him some padding in the front.
Gotcha.
And
now,
then
you have to get like some of the bigger pillows for it, but yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
And she says, Riley, right? Or is it Riles? I can't remember.
Riles. So like Giles, but with R.
She said, now Riles, approach.
So he begins to walk forward. There's a little bit of ground in between the likes of Gashir and Riles, but what do you or have them do?
She says, now plant your feet in the ground. Hold up the weapon. Do you feel its weight?
That being said, you'll see as he begins to plant himself into the ground, actually, literally, you see as he begins to turn into a smaller or a larger sort of stalk into the ground rather than actually putting his legs, like the analogy you meant.
She says, now, carefully, when you go to swing at the targets, you don't want to utilize too much excess exhaustion and strength. You want to be precise. Strike Gashir. And she like use her sword as sheath, but she'll point to like the pillow on Gashir's stomach.
You'll see as Gashir is just like, wait, I didn't sign up to be a sort of a test dummy, and he's gonna swing. Alright, let's see what he's got. I'm just gonna make a simple strength check for this guy. That's a 14, that's pretty good. You'll see as he immediately strikes into the likes of Gashir, their form is definitely off. It seems to be that they sort of throw themselves almost into the likes of the blade with it, nearly throwing themselves completely off balance. As they do, they sort of stumble for a bit, but if it wasn't for them being planted literally into the ground, they may have fell over. As this happens, it strikes into Gashir, and he just gets hit, and he's just like, hey, what's were you swinging that thing? Little easy, huh?
Gashir, as the leader of these people, it is the most pain, the most sacrifice needs to come from you. Their pain is your pain. Is that something you understand?
Yeah. I get the message. I just wasn't expecting that hard of a swing from a powerful individual. Not as powerful as Gashir, but a very powerful individual. You'll be great one day.
And one by one, she'll pretty much call them to do that. We could fast forward it, but she wants to call them to learn how to hold the weapon with such weight. And eventually, as we're going through that montage of people swinging, she'll say, "Hold on. Let's get down to training." So my gosh, get done it. Did they send me flowers when I asked for my needs?
Oh
You're
my
the
god.
saddest fungi I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a shroom out of you.
Oh my god. Copyright, whole thing's going down. Project Aurora's canceled. Just, that Mickey Mouse. Hey yo, the mouse got a sniper, bro. You can't do that to me.
I like that.
Oh man, alright, Kane, you got it. Take your DM's inspiration. You could use it for the training montage.
That was the easiest bucket ever in life. If you didn't give it to him, I would have probably quit. I would have just been like, it's over. Forrest quit Sans. Everything, Valley's out. He's out.
Oh
That
my
man deserves
god.
He saw that with all his heart, man.
Right.
Only he was on cam today, if only.
Right. That's why I didn't be on cam. But regardless,
Word.
as this is beginning to happen, you look over, and as all the Myconids are swinging forth with as much, or trying to learn the likes of it, you do see a couple of individuals who get it, a couple of other ones who definitely struggle, or off to the swords. Make a insight check for me, Azura, real quick. Natural one. You're more so focused on
those RP rolls.
Yeah. You're more so focused on the individuals and all that stuff. You're not necessarily your judgment is clouded in one sort of department. But regardless, you see as they swing, some individuals are a lot better than others, and some completely fail. They're gonna need a little bit more work. Until we eventually get to this one right here, and this being one of the shit talkers, you'll see as he just sort of kind of has this sword or this stick basically in his hand. He's kind of just, he doesn't really hold it seriously. He's kind of just has it sort of not lackadaisically, kind of lazily, kind of just sort of swinging it around, just not really taking it too serious. I said, as he begins to sort of walk over, he doesn't even really begin to take a stance. He's just like, so what, do I just hit this guy as hard as I can?
Gore flies down and he's like,
Wait, this one doesn't want to hit the dummies. He wants to show his true strength.
Take it away then.
That being said, Yashiro will just look over and just say, and now thank goodness I don't have to get hit again. And he's just gonna back up for a little bit, take a breather. Alright, Gore, are you asking him to hit you instead?
yeah. So
What do
real
you-
quick,
Go ahead.
Gore would slice himself first.
Wow.
And let me know if this is okay. 'Cause he's
You guys just
kinda
all
like,
see his Gore just straight up slices his fucking palm and just starts bleeding.
So for like, I don't know if anybody is looking. He's kind of like slicing across his chest. Now he's gonna bleed, but like when he cuts it, like it's almost like you see a small little eyeball that closes when he cuts himself. You get what I'm saying? Like it's almost like an eye close. You still got the wound, but you almost kind of see the little eye underneath.
Yeah.
So
That being said, you look over and he's just like, what are you doing?
Gore says,
No, to show your strength. Show me how you crush for.
Gore's just gonna take the hit. He's feeling himself right now. I mean, not
It
feeling
shouldn't
himself,
be
he's
that
feeling
hard if
himself
you're
alive.
basically hurting yourself. And you'll see as he's just gonna swing with all he's got. He's gonna try to hit you. Alright, strength check. That's pretty good. That's a 16. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 would. Can I go ahead and use the inspiration I was just given because it sounds better
yeah.
for this? Oh, actually, no, I got 16. No. He's.
Actually, wait. You can only use DM's inspiration to re-roll my dice, sadly.
Well, oh, okay.
So if you got DM's inspiration, you're good, but I don't think so.
No, I don't got DM. No, I got the other inspiration. So no, I've got 16. So yeah.
That said, as he begins to strike into you with the legs of the stick, he swings forth and make an insight check. You and Azora. 7, 9.
These RP rolls.
Oh man, these rolls, good lord.
These
I've already
NPCs
given
got
up on
something
these
to
RP
prove.
I'll tell you what, hell, I'll give you one last chance. Agni, make an insight check as a war chief. Maybe something.
Okay.
These RP rolls.
I just decided today is gonna be one of those bad RP days.
20. Oh, thank God. That was nearly a 1.
He's overseeing all this.
You look over, and as he swings with the stick, he swings with an abrupt force that strikes into the legs of Gore, and you actually watch as the legs of the weapon breaks over Gore's sort of chest. Gore, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, but that's literally it. It's really nothing for you at this point.
No, not at all. No,
Nah.
Gore's like,
Wasn't that better than hitting the dummy?
That being said, it definitely seems like Agni that this individual, they're not suited for probably something as small as the other sort of sticks, like a long sword. This is an individual that'd probably be worthy of wielding a bigger weapon, more equipped for their size. Probably like a maul, hell, even a great sword or a great axe. Seems to be.
Go
ahead.
go ahead. Finish your sentence.
Nah, that's you.
How far up are we? Like, I assume we're kind of like in stands. something
Yeah,
like
you're
that?
not too far up. I mean, I would say about 10 to 15 feet. Yeah, about 10 to 15 feet. Actually, I'd probably say a little bit taller because the mushrooms are a lot bigger. So, yeah, 15 to 20.
Damn. I have no idea if we just have like weapons in this arena.
Oh yeah, you do. If you look over to your side, there is a couple of weapons sort of laid out for a bit. There's a couple of like long swords, short swords, not like very, very basic, simple weaponry and all that stuff. Just about.
Okay, you would see sort of as Gore's kind of proclaiming that it's much better to hit him than a dummy. Agni will kind of stand up and walk down into the arena. And just kind of say, one quick moment before we continue. You, large Myconid, give me your stick.
Let's see. You'll see as he sort of smirks and says, "Which one?" As he points to both broken halves on the ground. Well, the broken half on the ground and the one that he wields.
The one that you wield. Give it to me.
And he'll hand it over.
He snaps it over his knee, and he's gonna hand him like the training maul.
It looks like this is more your size.
We'll see as he looks at it up and down, and as he begins to wield it, he looks at it. I'm gonna roll a d20. Not it's more of, yeah, this 18. We'll see. We'll swing it around and we'll see a couple of times. And
Now, before you swing, this weapon has much more weight on the back end. Try hitting Gore with that, but focus on the momentum it's going to carry over.
And Agni's using this to actually give him help to hit Gore, and he's gonna take a step back.
That being said, we'll see as he begins to look over, and he says, "Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this," and he is going to swing with advantage. Oh man,
Gore can take it.
Gore will be alright.
Never mind.
I choose what the dice wanted. And Gore would Gore seeing with him swinging, he sees, oh, this motherfucker actually swinging now. Like the stick breaking over him was one thing, but he looks like, man, if this shit connects, he might actually do something. So Gore really quickly pulls the axe up and be like, and stops the blow, be like,
Now you're learning how to crush. Use that against the night creatures and the ops, and you may actually be useful.
wait, what the hell? You're not supposed to block. You're supposed to get hit.
Then try hitting harder.
Try crushing next time.
Both of you make a persuasion check, or one of you with advantage.
Gore's telling him to try crush again. Yeah, well, he's on the crush shit. I don't know, my persuasion ain't, where's that? Oh, you already rolled? Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, do it with advantage then.
Okay.
15, 24. You see, for a brief moment, he thinks about rebelling, and it's just like, fuck it, why not? And kind of mutters to himself, faster I deal with this, faster I can get out of here. And he will just get ready to swing with all he's got, and he'll try again. I'm assuming you're giving him the help action again, right?
Yes, let your anger out on this one here. Trust me, he can take it.
See as he smiles.
Oh yeah, he's helping.
You'll see as he smiles, and he'll swing forth once more. Ability check. That is a nat 20.
God damn. Not like this.
That's exactly what I wanted.
I mean, that's what Gore and him is out here baiting for.
That said, you see as he swings with the legs of the practice maul, and a huge sort of crack, almost not really knocking the wind out of you, Gores. Again, it's just a practice maul, but with a sort of strength that even you didn't necessarily expect coming out of this individual, it also kind of leaves you a little bit impressed. Gore, you do take a bit of damage. You take the likes of 4 points of damage from that one.
Such is life.
Oh, man.
Good. Never forget that feeling.
Yes.
Miss Azura, the rest is on you.
And
She-
Gore
kinda
kind of like, he doesn't really stagger. He kind of eats it, and it's almost like he smiles because he's kind of like happy he got hit that hard. Gore's on a little weird stuff right now, and he's like,
Core feels more alive. Did it feel good to crush? Or at least try to crush Gore?
Not gonna lie, it kinda did. But whatever, I think that's enough for me. Here, and you'll see as he begins to pass them all over, place it down. Go ahead, Azor.
Yes, that was impressive. We'll make a warrior out of you yet. But it is always good to know when enough is enough. Choosing compassion over confrontation and benevolence over belligerence, you demonstrate ageless qualities of a warrior. Today, and she looks over at everybody, these lessons could not be more timely. You, sir, and she goes in front of him and places like her hand on whatever hand has the weapon to take it. And she said, You may not trust us, nor like us here, but at least you'll be strong enough by the time we're done to make sure nobody ever takes this place over from your kind.
That being said, he'll look at you for a second, and he'll think about what you just said for a moment, and he just can't help but nod. And then he won't really say much more than that as he passes them all, begins to head back upwards.
And Gore would be like, he kind of float over here, and he'd just be like, the quick one knows about. Gore liked the way you crushed. Less words, more crushing. And this village may be safe after all. Won't banish myself to the shower.
That being said, as this occurs, oh good.
No, I was gonna say, Zora yell out to everyone, that is enough for today. You all did great. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Rest up, eat up, drink.
Wait. I mean, hold on. I didn't get to a fight. I didn't get to, I think that's probably good for you to sort of, be the training dummy for a second. And, let me get a swing.
And be like, Gore be like, quick one. I still don't know which one of those things down. Gore still wants to see the technique you use.
Zaman would say, Azura, I think it would be great to have a good sparring match with you and the Noxious Blade to show them where they can end up in the future, to inspire the crowd.
Well, hold on. I'm not asking for a sparring match. I'm just asking, equal opportunity fairness to...
You're not afraid, are you, Noxious Blade?
Oh, no, Gashir is never afraid, but Gashir is smart.
Gore throws the axe so that it cuts the rope on the pillows and calls it back, and he's like, no pillows, though. Sure, Gore, no pillows, though. Sure, Gore, how you slept. Gore never saw. You must be quick as a quick one.
I mean, I am pretty quick, but I mean, I just wanted to get a little bit training. And besides, come on, there's no reason to...
Blade! Hey, doesn't everybody want to see the Noxious Blade in action?
Yes, Noxious Blade.
Noxious Blade!
Noxious Blade.
You see, as no one needed Zaman Gore, you begin to hear as the Myconids begin to actually cheer for the Noxious Blade over and over again. And you'll see as Gashir, he's just his eyes just sort of looking left, they're looking right all around for a brief moment. He is shaking in his boots at this second. And you'll look over and just say, I mean, I think that everyone, as much as I would love to spar with Miss Lunista, I think that we should all make sure that we are not trying to get ourselves injured, because that Zhao Dynasty and the starry ones of the night creatures, they could be attacking at any moment, and we want to make sure that we're at our best. And you'll see against
Blade, you are the man of the people. You have to give the people what they want.
Gashir, lesson 2. Hiding like a turtle in a shell is not living at all. A true warrior must have heroic courage. It is absolutely... Oh, yeah.
You'll see his agony.
Bro, of all the show creatures,
It's actually like offended.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I was like, are you calling him out?
I like a turtle in the shell.
I mean,
Oh wow!
You know what? Hold on. This is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. This is the. You see as Gashir looks at this and he sees his way out, baby. He'll look over and just say, "Wait, hey, that's kind of rude, Agni. You, come on. That's not cool. You're going to let her take that?"
Oh man, so close.
Agni does not hide in his shell. That is the point.
I mean, I don't know if that's how it really was portrayed, and he's just still walking outwards. Like, come on, Agni. I think everybody wants to see you.
Gore steps in front of him. Gore steps in front of me. He's like, "Oh, so you want the big one? Big one. He wants to train with you."
No. I think that Zora here wants to train with Agni, especially with all the sort of things that she was saying. I mean, actually, that being said, hey everyone, don't you want to see the newcomers fight?
Gore tries to throw him
You
back.
hear Zora yell, Gishil, enough cowardness.
Oh man.
Gore pushes him back.
Actually, Hannibal will mention one thing. Because though he's wise, he's also curious to see what would happen. Curiosity, he'll see as he begins to say, Azora, do you think that even then, do you think it is at least worth it to be able to prove yourselves, as actions do speak louder than words, to show that and to prove that we know what we are talking about, and that we do not just spread false information and lies, to make sure to prove that all your teachings are worth listening to show exactly the strength of these Voden Knights. Choice is yours.
Yes, Sensei. What would you consider?
Oh boy. That said, oh man, perfect.
This is about to be the greatest NPC fight ever. Toss him back in there. I love it.
All right, I'm gonna just pick a random person. Hey, Addy Dark, roll a D100. 50 or higher, he's gonna throw Gashir in there for a triple threat. 50 or lower, he's just gonna say between you and Zora and Agni. 99, he's throwing Gashir in there. He'll look over towards.
I love it.
He'll look over towards Agni, Zora, and Gashir. Not all fights are with two individuals. You can showcase the likes of the strength of some of the strongest warriors of the Voden Knights, as well as this colony's strongest warrior. And you'll see as he will begin to step in front of the legs of the gate, preventing Gashir from running away.
Yeah, come to the streets!
I mean... he said, I'm not getting out of this one, am I? No. And you will see as he just pushes him back into the arena.
I do want to say, as Agni kind of stands up, he is going to he's going to point at Azura and cast message, and just say, "Don't insult my race again." He's going to stand up, and this is all just for a dramatic effect. He's going to get up, and as he's like called to enter the ring, he's going to jump off of the stands and cast Featherfall on himself, so he like hovers into the ring.
Easy enough. As you do, watch as the dust begins to settle around you as you emerge into the arena. Also, real quick, given by chat, Azora, you have received our inspiration die from chat.
All right.
Any questions?
Appreciate it, chat.
Go for
Does
it, Zama.
anybody around here look like they may be magically inclined?
Make an insight check.
Oi.
14. You look around and you kind of were thinking about it as you look towards the other individuals that were kind of struggling with the likes of using the weapons. And you find that these individuals over here, they definitely seem to be a little bit, not necessarily more magically inclined, but it's an option or it's a route to maybe consider for them, to pitch to them. These two and, where is it? Or not these two, this one and this one, sorry. About
The top right, the top left and the top right.
So,
These two?
here, I'll drag him to the arena. Boop. Oh my god, what the? Hold on. The map just slung itself over here. Alright. Here and here. These two.
Copy.
Yeah. Alright, there you go.
Cool.
Alright, well, that being said, at this point in time, you see as Gashir begins to, like, anybody noticing will see as his knees are actually shaking, but he will begin to grab the likes of his sword, still having it sheathed, breathe in, and breathe out. That says anybody else doing anything before this sparring session begins.
Bruh, you and me both know Addie's not just gonna sit here and watch, bro. You and me both know that.
Are you jumping in?
Are you gonna let him shoot the fair one?
We all know that.
You ain't gonna let him shoot the fair one?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
I'm prepare myself, right?
Oh man.
A 3-man in my tribe, a committee always forms. It's unbounded. There's 4 elements for a reason. Let there be 4 contestants today.
Oh,
He
no.
jumps.
He sees he jumps down, Gashir's just like, oh no. Oh no.
Real quick question. How many things did we kill during the last thing? Was it 3 of them or 4?
Yeah, it was 3 of them.
Okay, all right. That saved his life. I'll go on mute.
I mean, goodness. Gashir, how did you get yourself into this one? Oh, goodness.
Gore yells out,
Gore didn't even see the ones you killed. Show Gore how you struck the ones you did.
Zaman would say, remember, you saved us all the other day.
I did.
Just show your skills.
That's
Gore
right.
was too busy killing to see what you did. Show Gore how you crushed.
Right. Yes. I am Gashir. I am the noxious blade. I am Gashir. I am the noxious blade. I am Gashir. And he just keeps mumbling to himself. Said, is everybody ready to throw hands?
Right before Addy Dark kneels to the ground, he takes dirt in his hands, looks at his own and goes, "This is." And he readies himself in, and he always centers himself in his hips because, you know, Agni and Gore have been helping him work on his footwork, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you get that good.
She does the same. She does the same thing. She picks up the sand and rubs it between her hands. She says, "Watered with the tears of blood."
I mean, okay.
Livio! Livio!
Oh man. Said, you'll see as oh man. Also, to make sure everybody gets a chance, I might as well just throw the invite to everybody. Cora, you getting in on this, or are you just watching?
Nah, she's just watching.
All right. Gore and Zaman, you staying out of this?
Yeah, Zaman will wait for the second round.
Gore, you're
If he
muted.
fought 4 things, I would have definitely hopped in, but he lucked up and there was only 3 things we fought. Gore's only gonna give him what he saw in fight.
That's it. Amen. To be fair, it could have been another one hidden away. You never know. That's it. I'm joking. But all right, if that's the case, as you all ready yourselves for battle, oh God, your souls are shackled, and the time for battle is now. I need each and every one of you, Gashir included, to roll for initiative. Oh my God. Alright, here we go.
Oh, this music is fire.
Oh, Agni came ready. He is upset.
Don't be using
Just sure gets last,
racial
as you would
epithets in
imagine.
front of Agni no more, bro.
Now, because this is
No more.
now
No
for
more
those
turtle
of you who
references.
watch the WWF or whatever, this is a good old fatal 4-way. So I'm not gonna do the AI sort of being able to sort of switch an initiative. It's just gonna be Gashir's last, because Gashir is last. That said, everyone, let's see what you all have. You'll watch as Gashir will just look over, and as he's like holding like his blade, he's just like, hey, okay, so what are the rules? What are the rules? And Agni, you receive initiative. What would you like to do?
You see, as everyone's kind of rubbing. Wait, hold on. Okay, I thought my voice should drop. Everyone was rubbing sand on their hand. Agni is more of like rubbing it on his feet, as he doesn't really wear any shoes. Kind of just slowly walks over behind Gashir.
Oh no.
And said, there are no rules when it comes to combat. And he's going to get behind him as Gashir kind of turns away to look at him. He's going to unleash an Agni Scorcher on him and Addy Dark.
Oh no! Alright. Agni Scorcher, you got it. Make an attack, or make the spell cast, and we'll make some dexterity saving throws. Addy Dark, as you look over off to the side, you see as Agni's beginning to conjure a spell, and your sort of preternatural sort of reaction begins to kick in. You do have advantage because you can see this coming. Alright, dexterity saving throw for Gashir. He will make that. Ew. That is a 14, surprisingly. And what's the DC for this, Agni?
It's 14. Yes, it saves.
14, so they will both succeed. They will take a total of, it always rounds down unless specific or specified, they'll take 5 points of fire damage at this point. You see and watch as the sands begin to slowly, or the dirt begins to slowly burn, almost incinerating both of you. Agni, is that your turn, or you got anything else?
That's all for my turn.
That said, as this begins to happen, you'll see as Gashir, he is just like, oh shit, as you begin to sort of appear, and immediately you see he actually begins to cower for a brief moment, and you watch as a bit of noxious fumes begin to form. As this happens, you'll see as a bit of poison gas begins to almost ignite with the likes of the flames. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as he's gonna cast Hellish Rebuke on you. Oh boy. Alright, 9 points of damage. Let's see what you got.
It like popped up. Okay, there it is.
That is a 6. That will be 9 points of damage to you. As you watch the fumes begin to almost explode directly into your face, you do have a reaction ability, I think. No, that is Oculize only. Never mind. I was thinking that was a Sword or Infernal Heritage thing. That said, that is your go. And go ahead.
He will use his reaction to absorb some of that, though.
Okay. So he's gonna use Absorb Element Snap that damage.
Yeah.
All right. So he's gonna
Just
reduce that.
as because we're all just showing what we could do. You're going to see as that kind of fire goes into him, Agni's eyes like glow with that same fire, and his scythe just ignites.
All right. I said you'll see as he looks over. He's like, that is a cool trick. That is a cool trick. I cannot lie. I said, oh, whoops, I never started the thingy. My bad. Addy Dark, you receive initiative. What would you like to do? As you see as the fires begin to form.
So, as Agni's fire ability hits him, you realize as the smoke clears, there's a larger fire that then engulfs Addy Dark as he rages into rare bear form.
Heck yeah.
Let's do this. And I'm sorry, this like new skin for Foundries got me all confused.
No worries, no worries. Take your time.
He then looks at Agni. Who strikes first will never strike last. And he charges towards him, and he just like jumps over Gashir and goes to punch Agni just in his face, from the sky. Yeah.
That said, make some attack rolls for me, Addy. Let's see what you've got.
This guy a punch. Always reckless.
I think this will...
Where's
Yeah, there we go.
Where the fuck is the punch?
Oh yeah, I saw your thing. I'm gonna actually re-import your character sheet in a bit. Like all the icons got Actually, I can just do it real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, all this stuff is just a little it's just like,
yeah, it's just like you can't really tell which one's which. So let me do that. Custom. Give it like 4 seconds. All right. Close your character sheet and then look at it now.
Oh yeah, that's like 10 times better. Thank you, sir. This will just be a normal strike. No.
You will need to move a little bit closer to Agni, but that's fine. As you rush over, immediately striking towards them. Oh wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, everything's breaking. I think it's your thing. I'll roll a d4 and I will change the damage. Oh man. D4, so that's gonna be 8 points of bludgeoning damage instead, plus the extra 2 from your rage damage, so that'll be 10 points of damage total towards Agni. With a single crack, immediately almost send them almost staggering for a bit, but you do have a bonus action attack, but you can't do that because you're already raged. Is that your turn, Adidark?
Yep, that's it.
Alright, well, while I'm fixing your token, let's go over to the next contender. Azora, what would you like to do as you receive initiative?
Zora goes 5, 10, 15, goes into a water style jutsu, and goes right after. She walks slowly towards Gashir. As she calls out his name, she says, "Prepare yourself, my friend." And she slowly draws her blade and keeps the sheath in her left hand while the blade's in her right. And she gets the swing.
Hey, this isn't fair. You're teaming up. Yeah, you're teaming up. Come on. At this point, he's gonna try to block, but we'll see what happens.
It's alt for advantage. I never forget.
Yes, alt is for advantage. Oh no. That is a 20 to hit and 17 points of damage. My God. You see, as you
more.
Oh, go ahead.
It would be +2 more because she was in water form.
Oh yeah, I think did it? No, that's the.
It never adds. Yeah, it never adds.
That's all the 1d8 +4 +2. Oh no, that's because of your fighting style. That's right.
Yeah, it never adds.
I said, as this happens, if you want to describe how the strike looks.
So you see her go towards him as she saw the Addy Dart just jump over him, and as soon as he turns around and she calls him out. She takes her blade, like she holds up above her head horizontally, and then she just comes and slices down. Clearly, he wasn't able to block it fast enough.
Oh man! As this sort of happens, he begins to just sort of heavily breathe for a brief moment. Okay, fine. They look at this. They use dirty tactics. They team up on good old Gashir. But that's just fine. That said, Azora, is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be your turn.
All right. Gashir is going to get ready to look over. At this point, hold on. Yeah, he's going to. Oh man, you'll watch as the individual begins to look over, and it's just like, okay, I think I need to go out, at least just this once. At this point in time. You'll see as he begins to sort of look down and begin to slowly place his hand upon his blade. For a brief moment, you see, as he casts True Strike, baby. That's right. But who? On who? Who is it gonna be?
Yo, True Strike is the most.
Man.
I don't know how that thing. Isn't that
is it Agni or is it Azora? All the 3 A's in the arena, but only one. All right, Adidark, you're 1. Azora, you're 3. Azora, it's gonna be you. As he begins to look over, he immediately begins to start analyzing each and every bit of your form. And for a brief moment, you just see as he's just standing there. Are you saying or doing anything? As he's just pretty much just staring at you, pretty much, for the most part.
She says nothing, as she's seen him do this before.
And make a perception check with sight, Azora, real quick. As for a little thing. 20. As you look down, you see as you're kind of just waiting, just in case, because you never want to underestimate your enemy. You watch as something interesting is happening. You look towards Gashir's blade, and you see as it begins to writhe with poison amongst it. You see as bit of mushrooms begin to slowly form. And as they do, you even notice as there's a couple of mushrooms forming amongst Gashir's sort of arm. And as this begins to happen, he'll look over towards you and say, "Now you're finished." And he's going to use an action surge. And he's gonna swing. And as this happens, as he gets ready to raise the blade, he's gonna make one single attack roll. Let's see if he's got this.
Please crit.
That'd be hilarious if he crits, yo.
With this. Oh wait, hold on. Does he not have a? Oh wait, hold on. I got you. I need to borrow your. Oh wait. Fuck. This character doesn't even use the sword that much. Then he doesn't even have a weapon. Hold on. I gotta go grab a weapon for him.
Yeah, the Noxus blade has no blade.
No blades.
I think we got one. All right, we're cool. We got one.
Wooden daggers.
That is a 7.
Wow.
With advantage, bruh.
You look
bruh.
over and it makes sense.
How Lord, he is trash.
It makes sense
love it.
because here's what happens. You see, as he gets ready to strike forth, he unleashes a mighty wind amongst Azora. And as this happens, he looks over and the blade is only like a foot away from you, and you stop and you pause for a second as you look dead ass at each other. And he sees what just occurred, and then he just says, "Ah! Fuck! Ah, my arm! My arm! Oh my god!" And he just falls down onto the ground, and he's just like, "Ah, shit! Shit, I think I pulled something! Oh no! Oh my god! I stop the fight, please! I'm injured! I am injured!" That's his turn. That's his turn.
Yeah, man, is trash, boy.
Oh my god. He's just saying, "Stop the fight, please, no." Oh my god. As at this moment, you see as a couple of the Myconans, they're concerned. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Gashir is injured. Oh no, we gotta stop this fight." You see as a couple of them are just actually looking over, and they're like trying to intervene for a little bit. That said, what are you guys doing?
Go ahead. I'll let somebody else talk.
I guess Agni, probably because he was gonna go next, is like about to ignite his hand on fire as he's mushrooms all over her. And he kind of looks at Azura like, "What did you do to him?"
Ah, my arm! That's his turn.
Oh man.
Agni, you go. If you want to continue the fight, you can, but he's on the ground. He is screaming for pain. They're screaming in pain.
I want to continue, but thinking of how Agni would think, this is a bad look. Fighting with their most trusted warrior screaming in pain.
Oh man.
Agni, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Go ahead.
You just hear him just going, "Pain! Agony! Suffering!"
Yo, this man is so trash.
Oh my god. Zaman would look at Agni and he'll just give him a nod like if he needs somebody to sub him.
No, Agni's going to, it's his turn. He's going to look at Addy. And he's going to tell him, "Next time, we can finish this." And Agni wants to like take Gashir and like pull him out of this, mostly so he can save 1% of his dignity in front of his people. So we don't look like we just fucked their man up and didn't care about him. So Agni wants to use his turn to kind of pull Gashir out of this arena.
He'll just say, oh, be gentle. Thank you. Hey, look at this, folks. They're good sports. They're good sports. Hey, clap it up for them at least. And I said, as you carry him out, you will at least try to get the crowd on your side. But he is out of commission. He is out of the fight. Don't worry. You can continue. You can continue. Ah, my arm. Ah, God. Oh, goodness. And that said, he is out of this combat. All right. He's just gonna be rolling around for a bit. Philo will look at him and then just. You will see as he just eyes at him, and you'll watch as he begins to just heal him up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's kind of my turn. If they want to continue, they can, but Agni wants to get him out of here.
That's like, you can get him out of here, and they're basically, I mean, Gashir is saying if you still want to fight, you by all means can. I'll go, no, I'll be fine. I will be fine. You finish the training lesson. It is vital that the people understand how important this training is.
Okay. All right. Addy, you recklessly attacked, right?
Did he? I don't remember.
Did not.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he did.
Nah, he just raged.
Just
He
rage.
raised an attack.
Alright.
He will attempt to hit Agni with a flame wreath, even though he's resistant. He is going to take his hand with like the black mark on it and
shit.
try to see if he can do anything about this fire resistance, as he is going to reach out to the flames that are kind of all over Addy Dark and kind of ignite them and make them combust himself.
I say, cast Flame Wreath on Addy Dark. Let's see what you got. 12 just barely will miss. That being said,
I will use Seek and Spell to re-roll that attack.
you got it. Make it with advantage.
We're just gonna click it and not use the spell slot.
Gotcha. 25, that's a lot better. Dealing 14 points of fire damage, but are you resistant while you're in your fire form, Addy?
He is.
Indeed I am.
You are. So,
Plus the extra d6, so 1 extra damage from the absorb elements.
Alright, so we're gonna, so that's 16 points of damage. We're going to make that 8. As this begins to happen, trying to sort of combust them of the source using the likes of the black mark.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, I'll tell you what, make a constitution saving throw at Agni to see if you're able to do so. 13. You try to sort of combust the likes of the flames, but you watch as the mark begins to writhe with shadows. You even see as a couple of the flames begin to actually turn into darkened flames and more, and then slowly turn into almost a little bit of an astral light before eventually vanishing. However, it doesn't seem to combust them. Maybe with a bit more strength and power put into it, you'd be able to. That said, is for Flame Wreath, I believe they have to make a saving throw, right? Or no? Am I crazy?
No.
Okay.
No flame. Same throw. They're just hit with it. He's considered burning.
You got it. Alright, that said, Agni, I believe that is your turn.
Yep.
Addy Dark, you are up. After that is Azora. What you got for us, Addy?
What is burning?
You take 1d6 fire damage at the start of your turn unless you use action to put it out.
There you go.
You can remember that check because I'm just gonna toss it out.
I assume you're not going to put it out in fire.
I didn't think so.
You just take 2 damage at the start of your turn.
I think at the beginning of my turn, I take a look at Azura and I go, like I said, a 3-man, a committee always gets drawn. Azura, do you mind sitting this out? I think me and Agni have something to finish here. And if Azura's talking, you're on mute.
That 2 damage never went through for Addy from that 1d6 right there. But
Gotcha.
she'll say, come on, Addy. 3-mans are the most fun.
Yo, Zaman would suggest that the rest of the Valley of Dreams get into the ring.
This is a battle royale.
So this is the session, huh?
This is the session. I mean, I mean, to be fair, Cora, ever since you've even watched this sort of happen, you do feel at least your holy symbol sort of glowing.
Is that what you said though, Zaman?
Yeah. Zaman says, I think the rest of the voted knights should enter the arena, put on a good show.
Let's not disappoint then. Gore would just.
No, hold on. I'd look at Zaman and go, why don't you just step down, you robot? You don't need the rest of your Goonies, do you?
Oh, enough said, sir. Enough said.
This is the session. This is the session. Oh man, you just had to give him an arena. You just had to give him an arena.
For all intents and purposes, I still have my blood. I didn't attack, right?
It's assuming you never sheathed your weapon or let it go from your hand.
Yeah. How does that work with the throwing property of this?
So basically, the way it works is you can throw it and then it strikes into him, still doing the damage. But and then afterwards, the thing goes away. But you still do the damage even if you throw it.
Okay, gotcha. Just checking. All right, yeah.
As said at this point.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to do this thing but you see as Hannibal looks over and looks down, he will wait and look towards the likes of Cora and to see if they join. Well,
let's get this rumble.
Oh, I was just on mute. She probably.
Oop, cutting out.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you.
She would probably wait, just like maybe. She's just writing down what she sees in the journal.
Easy enough. I said, that is that. You'll see his Hannibal will look over and he'll guess that this is kind of a y'all sort of thing. I mean, if y'all want to throw Hannibal in here, he'll get to clawing, but
We said the voting knights. So that's Hannibal, that's Mao, whoever want to join.
Oh my god. Do you specifically say you see his Hannibal is oh yeah, where the fuck? Oh, I guess he didn't get copied over, that's why. Yeah, he didn't get copied. Cause he was out over here because I wasn't able to move his token with Lexus Zaman. Let me grab him.
Oh yeah, where's Trog? I forgot, where's Trog?
Yeah, it was his token didn't get copied and pasted with the likes of Zaman and Cora, because I remember I added you guys afterwards. Alright. That being said, you'll see his Trog will look over and he'll just say, do we fight?
Yes. You're a voted knight, Trog. So are you, Hannibal. And Mao.
Well,
maybe we should leave Mal up there.
Well, he'll leave Mao.
I'll be honest with you, Mao ain't fighting.
He'll leave Mao to make that decision. But...
Mao ain't fighting, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
He just wants everybody to know they're part of the voting knights. That's all he said.
That said, you'll see as he says, I think that I'll leave this to you all, especially if Hannibal's getting in this. You'll see as, well, so be it. You'll watch as Hannibal will begin to take out the likes of his katana, and you'll see as he drops down into the battlefield in the arena. Oh man, this is about to be something else. With that, and boom. It's a rumble in the valley at this point. Everybody who's new, I need you all to roll initiative for me. Azura, you're gonna go in before everybody anyways, so don't worry about that. No matter what, anybody rolls. Alright, Hannibal, Trog, and Azura, you're gonna go ahead of here. And then I need Gore to roll when you get the chance.
Gore's ready.
Gore is in fact ready. Alright, so you'll come back up on next initiative, but that said, Addy Dark or do you have any, or what do you want to do for your turn, if there's any more?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely swing towards this fine, hefty-looking fellow.
Easy enough. Make an attack roll. Let's see what you got. $14. You try to strike out. Agni, how do you defend yourself from the first strike?
You see him kind of just moving away.
Whoa, you are very low. My God, you are in a tunnel.
Oh,
There
is
you
that better?
go. Yeah, way better.
Agni kind of just moves his head in a way where you just kind of hit one of his like shell plates on his chest, and it kind of just bounces off.
I said you do have a bonus action attack, Addy Dark. Choice is yours. What you want to do? You're on mute if you're trying to talk. There you go. That one, 7, same sort of thing happens as you try to strike and send it forth. You're not able to make purchase with it. That said, is that your turn?
That time, as he's kind of moving, so he hits it. His feet just kicks up some sand, kind of pushes it in his eyes, so he just ends up completely missing.
Man. Oh man. Oh. I said if that is the case in scenario, Azor, you receive initiative. After that is Zaman, and then after that is Hannibal.
Nimble for a good man.
You seem to only fight with your eyes. Use your other senses.
Man. Alright, Azora, you receive initiative. What would you like to do as you watch as Zaman, Hannibal, Trog, and Gore begin to join into the arena?
Shush!
You find yourself surrounded.
I wanted to do so much more this episode.
She looks she nods towards Hannibal. I mean, as they've already fought before. Then she nods towards Zaman. She says, "Defend yourself, my friend. This is like old times."
Just like old times.
And yeah, she will strike a strike.
Like that. As this begins to happen, you'll see as Hannibal nods and begins to focus his presence onto another individual, which we'll get to later. Azora, as you begin to strike out with an 11, you strike, but however you're able to, or you're unable to make purchase.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that inspo. That the one I got from chat, not the DM one.
Yeah. 17 still will miss. Zamon's armor is too hard to pierce. That being said, Zaman, how do you deflect this strike?
You see, as Azora comes in to attack, she gets really close and she almost thinks she hits him, and then one of his metal chains just deflects it and knocks her sword out the way and says, "Nice try, Azora. Maybe next time."
Yeah, she smirks.
Alright, Azora, is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be her turn.
Alright, next up in initiative, we got the likes of Zaman. What would you like to do as you look towards Azora?
Zaman looks at Adidoc and says, "You likes to speak a lot, sir. How about you be silent for a second?" As he casts Ironbind, which is hold person on him.
Oh no! Yo, that's dirty! Yo! Oh my god!
I guess I'll focus Trog.
I thought you would want to show Trog a lesson in the first place.
Oh man!
That meta, bro. Metagame be crazy.
Bro, you literally just said, "Why don't you come down here and bring your robot forward to something?" Bro, this is what you just called him out.
I didn't know robot.
Did you not?
Communication, bro. I didn't know.
You called his ass out, bro.
That's how it is, bro.
That is said. Make a wisdom save and throw Addy Dark. Oh my god.
I don't think I've ever done a wisdom saving throw.
That is a ah, Jesus Christ, here we fucking go. Addy Dark, you watch as oh actually Zaman, how do you you can describe it, how this looks.
You see, as like Zaman like blows minerals straight through to Addy Dark and they go through his ear and he's just like goes numb. He doesn't know what's going on.
You watch and you try to move your arms, your legs, even try to breathe for a brief moment and you can't. You see and you can only just move your eyes barely as your bones begin to, and muscles lock into place. That said, Zaman, that is your action. You do have a bonus action and movement.
Bonus action. That is all. Zaman will end his turn.
As said, as this begins to happen, You'll see as Hannibal will begin to nod to Azora, and then he will turn his focus to another one. And he will look towards you. He will immediately begin to unsheath the legs of the blade, and immediately watch as it begins to crackle with lightning, and he'll sing, "Gore! Show me exactly what true strength that lies in the legs of the Oni." That being said, you will see as he walks over towards you, as he begins to see what resides in the Oni's wrath, and he will strike with 2 blows. First things first, he's going to activate the Crimson Right, so he's going to take a D8 of damage.
Oh boy.
He's going to take a 3. And after that, he is going to, because that's his bonus action, he's just going to start swinging. Longsword attack coming towards you. First one is going to be just a normal strike. Oh my god!
Just a normal.
Oh!
But that shit happened to me though.
As said, that is a natural 20 for 18 points of damage, and you know what that means. The Crimson Right also gets doubled. Oh my god.
Yo, Hannibal can't ashamed to play.
That is another 12 points of damage.
Bro, who invited the level 8 in here?
I said,
Bro,
y'all sure y'all want to do this? I'm like, y'all sure about this?
Yeah.
That being said, Hannibal will begin to look over towards you, and at this point, he begins to actually... you know what? He wants to see your strength. He doesn't want to make this end too easy. You'll see as he begins to actually wield or hold the blade and begin to almost turn to the likes of stone stance before blocking high. He will then not use his action. He wants to see what you can possibly do in one single strike, Gore, and offer a challenge to show your might. That said, that's Hannibal's turn. I don't think he can do anything else. Yep, that's it. All right, next up is Trog. Afterwards is Gore, and then Agni. Make sure you guys got your turns ready. Trog will look over, and at this point, he will look to see the bow, and he'll look and glance towards it. And then you'll see as he begins to holster it.
You haven't worked for me in a while, but I know you have.
And you'll see as he begins to pull out the legs of the dagger, and for a brief moment in time, you'll see as he begins to sprint over off to the side, and he is going to immediately lunge out towards Azora from the shadows. He's going to use his as his bonus action. Actually, I got an idea. Here's what he'll do. He'll use his... no, he can't. Now he's just gonna run over and just try to stab you as much as he can. All right, first attack's gonna be this, and we'll see what happens afterwards. 13. You'll see as he rushes over and tries to slash over towards you, Azora. You see it in the corner of your eye. How do you react to deflect?
She just quickly sidesteps, and like uses her as she sidesteps. She uses the sheath to like deflect to parry his blade away as she keeps her sword in her right hand.
Easy enough. As this begins to happen, you focus for a brief moment on the blade in hand before you even look over to his other hand. He begins to pull out a dagger and try to stab you with it with his bonus action. 17. He gets a little closer with this point. You're not necessarily noticing it until the very last second. How do you dodge this one?
And yeah, and then she brings her sword down to parry this one as she holds both of her sword and sheath up like an X over her.
I said, as this begins to happen, you see as Trog begins to almost roar for a brief moment in time. That is his go. All right. Oh wait, hold on. This is the wrong Trog sheet because this. Hold on. Yeah, this is Trog is level 3 for whatever reason. It should be level 4. I'm not gonna like retcon anything because he technically would have had another thingy. Yeah, he would have had another plus to hit because he upgraded his dexterity. But, it's fine. Not a big deal. Because damn, that attack actually would have fucking hit you too. Alright. Man, even Foundry can't let Shrog shine. Goddamn. Because he definitely hit your ass.
Let that man breathe. Let that man try to get that hit. That's what he needs.
I'll leave
Yeah,
it
he
to
really
Azora,
needs
man. That's your thing. Azora, you want to let it hit?
It goes with the story that Trog is garbage.
Oh man,
Madness.
terrible. That said, Gore, you receive initiative. Afterwards is Agni. What you got for us, Gore?
Okay. So Gore looks at, he's got rocked. And he's like,
Observant one, you saw I needed to test this new power. Thank you for this.
and he tries first the blood curse of Bond.
All right, Blood Curse of the Binding. He will make a strength saving throw. As you see, as Hannibal's bones, almost similar to the likes of Adidark, they begin to lock into place. He will try to make this. Strength saving throw. Did it roll? That is a 7. I think he has an ability for this. Let me see. Make sure. Where's this? Nope, not that. I thought it was like a level 9 ability. Nope. All right, I can't find it. Oh well, he doesn't have it. That said, you watch as Hannibal's movement is restrained and restricted as you watch as the bits of sort of dark shadows begin to almost cling to Hannibal and onto the ground. What do you do, Gore, as your bonus action and movement? Or unless that is a bonus action. I could be wrong.
That's a bonus action. And goes like,
Okay.
as he sees him tensing up, and be like,
I know you can take whatever my god.
and he takes his first swing with this war axe.
Nah, he's not gonna do that. All right, 21 to hit, 9 points of damage as you slash into the likes of Hannibal. You see as he eats the blow for a brief moment. You see as it definitely marks the likes of the armor. You even watch as bit of a strange sort of light begins to form where the blow is made. That said, roll your 2d4 as well. 5 more points of damage. Not bad, not bad. You see as he takes the strike and begins to sort of snarl and then turns into a little bit of a smile. Said, is that your turn?
And then Gore gets the hell away from him. And he's like, and he yells,
Come, observant one. Show me what else I can do.
and
All
he
right.
watches him struggle. So,
As said, that is going to be your turn. Agni, you receive initiative. Afterwards is Adidark and then Azora. All right.
So seeing that Addy is wrapped up, that wouldn't be a good show. He's going to step up and take an attack at Azura, as it seems like an easy opportunity as she's dealing with Trog.
As said, you watch over, and as you're dodging from the likes of Trog, Azora, you look over, and there is a giant scythe being swung your way. Make your attack roll, Agni.
I'm also going to use Green Flame Blade if it hits.
You got it. 14. Oh man, Azora, go for it.
You see, as soon as the green flames on the scythe like go towards her, you see her just hold up her sword, and it just freezes over the flames as they disperse.
As said, as this begins to happen, Agni, you do have a bonus action and movement. Anything else?
Impressive. Now, while I attack high, Trog, attack low. And he's going to help Trog.
That means you got it.
Love it.
You see as he begins to nod and immediately he's getting ready to sort of slash towards the sort of ankle. That said, we'll see what happens on that turn.
That's my turn.
Alright, Adidark, your go. Actually, wait, nope, never mind. You are paralyzed at this moment in time. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I guess one question: if I just rage into water, does that...
I don't think you can walk because you're already paralyzed. Let me see. Let me look.
What is it? Is it paralyzed or restrained?
Paralyzed.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worse than restraint.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Paralyzed?
Yeah, you can't get rid of paralyzed, from what I see. So now you just gotta make your wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw it is. This is the most wisdom saving throws I've ever done in my existence.
That is true.
Oh, there will be plenty more in the future.
Oh, just you wait.
They
Monster,
are-
gotta teach him a lesson, bro.
They are one of the most common saving throws.
Yeah, you guys just haven't fought a bunch of people use them yet. But with the 10, that will fail. If you want to use inspiration to get a reroll, you can do that though.
I don't have any inspiration. I don't believe at this moment.
Alrighty, so
You can use the inspiration Gore has, because Gore will probably get bodied after this. But yeah, go ahead.
all right, we get a reroll. Make another wisdom save.
There we go.
As a roll of 17, that'll be enough. At this point, you're able to watch as the muscles and your bones begin to gain a little bit more feeling, and you look over as the rage begins to take you. That is your turn, but I believe, yeah.
I think his rage dropped.
Gore,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And Gore yells over to Addy, "Furry one, don't get shy now."
That being said, Addy Dark, your rage does in fact drop, as I don't think you've been hit. Actually, I mean, I feel like if you get hit with a spell, I feel like it should stay, you know.
It's not because he was incapacitated from the paralyzation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. So you'll have to reactivate that for future reference. So that is your turn. Azora, you receive initiative, then next up is Zaman. Oh, unless you want to say something real quick though.
Just combat wise. So I'm paralyzed. It's just a saving throw, and that's your turn. Is that kind of how that?
Yeah, whole person is annoying as fuck. Especially if you're on the receiving end.
Trying to break free, so that's my turn. Like I'm just.
Yeah, you basically spent your turn trying to break free. Yeah.
Can he still take a bonus action, or is it?
Nah, it takes your whole turn because he does it at the end of it.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is unfair. Oh man.
The mind's the one to send the message, bro.
All right, one last thing. What does it look like? What is it like? What did this look like?
So essentially, like you
Oh,
saw
it broke free.
a word copy.
It didn't matter because I broke free. Azor, you receive initiative. What you got for us?
Yep. So she went to go attack Trog, missed.
Sees you just basically be able to dodge out of the blade and sort of duck underneath it, getting ready to strike low, as Agni sort of said.
And then she is going to go. She's gonna stay here. She's gonna after she attacks. She's like, "Nah, Trog, come at me!" And she just holds her sword straight out in front of her, and that is her turn.
I said, that is your turn. All right, next up in initiative, we have Zaman. Afterwards is Hannibal and Trog, then Gore.
You see Zaman maneuver and goes around to Addy Dark, and he's just gonna swing at him with his battle axe.
That metagame is.
You
great.
see that his arm is like around this axe, and Zaman just goes and directly chops at him.
That said, Azora, you can get an attack of opportunity if you wish, as Zaman leaves your attack range.
Nah, I'm honorable.
All right. 13 to hit.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
All right.
Use my inspiration.
18, that'll hit, dealing a full 13 points of slashing damage because the rage isn't activated. You slash into him, leaving a huge sort of mark, maybe even leaving a scar. But that said, is that your turn?
Zaman would say, "You should understand, Addy. There are many other things. You're quite strong, but there are many weaknesses that you have that can be exploited." And he'll end his turn.
All right, that said, that is your turn. Ah, boy. What did you say to Hannibal? Gore? What was the last thing you said to him? This will determine what he does. If you can, like, roughly get an idea what you said.
Oh, he's basically thanking him for try out his real power. Then he's basically saying to come at him, more or less break free and like show him what the power is really about. He's trying to be tested right now, basically.
All right, if that's the case, oh boy. Ah, God, here we go. Are you sure about that?
Hey, that's Gore. He wants to know the limits of his new power, and if he's got shit to work. That's just the way the man works.
Actually, he'll do this instead.
He thought he thanked him for teaching him like the same way he was.
That being said, you'll watch as he begins to, oh man, I'm gonna just roll a d20 and we'll figure it out this way. D20 uses, or higher than 10 you use it, lower than 10 he'll wait. Lower than 10, alright, he'll wait. He will hold his action and that's it. Alright, next up initiative is Trog. Alright, he's going to strike low as instructed by Agni. He will do so with advantage. First attack. That is a 25 to hit, dealing 7 points of damage. I'll leave it to you. Agni, does he get sneak attack damage? It's your choice. Technically needs an ally, but I mean, I'll literally just let you decide whether you'll let yourself count as
well, yeah, I'm the only one that believes in Trog. I'm definitely his ally.
Alright. As said, Azor, you're gonna take 2d6 extra damage. You're gonna take a total of 14 points of damage from one single strike. You see these slashes towards your ankles and you almost begin to drop down to one knee for a brief moment in time as you feel your movement sort of restricted for a moment. But that is Trog's turn. He will then use his bonus action to, he's gonna use, yeah, actually, no, fuck it. He's gonna use a bonus action to sort of circle around and then just immediately stab at you once more. You'll see as he goes towards the ankle and immediately tries to stab you in the gut. I'll see if he can do it one more time. 23 to hit, 5 more points of damage. At this point, you get struck once more and he watches the blade begins to get ripped out of the legs of your sort of body. And as that happens, that is his turn. All right, Gore, what you got for us?
So Gore feeling okay about himself or whatever he's doing. This is his first time actually tossing the axe, so he tossed the axe at the observant one.
You got it. Oh, also, Hannibal needs to make a strength saving throw at the end of his turn, so I'm gonna make that for him real quick.
Alright, go ahead.
I don't know
you
what
wanna make that first?
Yeah, he got in that one, so he's staying where he is.
Okay, so he's still caught?
Yeah, he's still caught.
And he's like,
I thank you, observant one, for the only one seeing the truth.
And he, where's that? Where you at? Oh, there we go. And
all right. That being said, as he begins to, or you begin to say this, you ask him to show you the power. You will see as his form, or he does not move in the slightest. And as this happens, Gore, you get ready to throw the axe and all of your vision begins to go dark. You begin to hear terrible whispers and more. You begin to hear screams of multiple individuals being tested upon and more. And for a brief moment, your vision shows Hannibal, a younger version of him. And he seems to be almost tied up. You watch as mutagens are being injected into the likes of his body and more. And as you begin to see this, he's going to use Blood Curse of the Eyeless. Make another attack roll because you have disadvantage. Oh, God. Maybe you'll still be able to hit. 27, even better. 13. However, as you begin to send the likes of the axe forward, you know exactly where he is. There's no way to miss. We watch as it goes, strikes him directly into the likes of his chest. Do you just pull it back out?
So Gore is like, so is Gore blinded right now, or is he kind of just like?
Nah, he was just blinded for that one attack roll.
And Gore was like,
yes, observant. Teach me how to crush more.
And he tosses it, and he almost calls it back. And he looks at him. He's like,
I know. Stop toying with Gore.
And that's will end his turn.
All right, we'll keep a note of that, and that is it. All right, next up in initiative, we have Agni, then Adidark, then Azora. What you got for us, Agni?
Seeing that Azora got hands put on her, and now time for Zaman to get hands put on him.
Oh man!
Everyone needs to get touched in this fight. He is going to ignite his
Scythe on Fire, and he's going to attack Zaman with Siren Smite.
All right, make some attack rolls. Cast this spell for me.
I know this guy is like insane AC though.
Yeah.
Regular attack. There it is. Yep, that's a big ol' miss.
That's it. Oh man, 7 points. That's it. Zaman, how you defend?
You see, as Agni goes to, because Agni thinks Zaman is distracted, Agni goes to attack him, and without even look at him, his chain deflects, wraps around the scythe, and like pushes it away from him. And Zaman just looks and is like, "Oh, interesting attack, Agni. That was quite close."
That's it. Anything else for your turn, Agni?
That's my turn.
All right. Next up in initiative, we have Adidark. What would you like to do?
Excuse me. I'm going to attempt to grapple Zaman, I guess.
All right. That's it. Alrighty. Question. No, that's a bonus action. Yeah, you can use a bonus action to grapple if you want, assuming that you use your action to hit him. Which one do you want to do?
I think I'm going to just use the action and then decide what I want the bonus action to be, depending on how the next one.
All right. So, Adidark, make an athletics check. Zaman, make an athletics check. 19. All right. See what you got, Addy. 22. You are grappled. Oh man.
Let me pull it up a little bit.
Adidark's face says it all.
Come on. I see you finally want that grapple lesson you keep talking about. Restraints with magic. Thanks to my good friends here. Easy to break. Let's see you break out of this one. And he just gives him a bear hug. And then I will use a bonus action to shift. Into like full rare bear status.
You got it. As you begin to shift into a werebear form and more, you immediately begin to watch as Adidark's sort of arms begin to almost grow hairier and longer for a brief moment. At this point, you shift. Let's roll the temp HP that you get for the werebear thing. Do you remember what it is off back?
Oh god, it's like hella complicated too.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Okay, you get roll a whenever you shift. Roll a d6 for me. And then okay, so 6 plus your level, which is 4, so that's 10 plus your con modifier, which is another 4. So that is, oh my god, 14 temporary HP. Jesus Christ. And your AC is increased by 1. Alright, so 16. There you go. Alright, as this begins to happen, your character sheet is set up. You are a werebear at the moment. Is that your turn, or you got anything else?
Shout out to Lady Gore out there. Yeah, Lady Gore.
That's Lady Gore. Oh, man. That's it. Alright, if that's your turn, Adidark, next up is Azor, then it's Zaman, then Hannibal. Alright, what you got for us, Azor?
Yep, so as he struck her and moved to the side, she returns the... Oh, for some reason it's not targeted. She returns the favor, and I don't know why that's not swinging.
Oh, no, that was...
okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, she...
R.I.P. Trog.
Hold on 1 second. He might use his reaction. Let me see what this is. Okay, no, never mind. Yep, that is that. That said, you slash into him and he nearly gets stopped in his tracks, dealing as you deal 15 points of damage. He takes the blow, but Trog isn't going down that easily. That said, he stands tall.
Then she takes in a breath as she second wins. Takes in a breath, and then she action surges.
Oh man!
And she says, "That was a good one. Now watch how quickly, inaccurately the ice flows." And she goes into her water style and strikes him again.
You got it.
Spall.
All right. Said, oh my god. A natural 20.
R.I.P. Trog.
All
Really out here killing our NPCs.
Bruh.
Y'all is crazy.
Bruh. It was a training session. Hey, this man knocked her. Oh my god.
You gonna make us look bad? You're like, ugh.
I said, you see, with one single strike, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, so she
It's not lethal,
uses,
by the way, so don't fucking kill him.
No, I know. So what she does is after she hits him with the first strike, she uses her sheath to spin around low and not like trip his legs. And as he's going down, she used the butt of the blade to hit him in the head as he's going down.
As that said, Trog is defeated. All right. I'll move his token out of the way, and he will go over here.
She says to Agni, "He did better than expected. Now come, old friend." And that's her thing.
All right. That said, Zaman, you receive initiative. What you got for us?
You see Zaman, he starts to smile since Addy grappled him, and he's going to cast Thunderwave on Agni and Addy.
All right. 12. Oh boy. As you begin to unleash the thunder wave, you see as electrical shock begins to form. Or actually, no, that's not how you cast it. How does this look? I just am going to ask you guys basically how this looks unless you want me to describe it.
Yeah, you see how as Zaman, he's being grappled and he like punches his chest and then sound just radiates directly from him.
Easy enough. That said, make your con saves if you haven't already. 21 for Agni, and I need another one from Addy Dark. My thing isn't like registering whenever you guys roll.
It was 11.
Yeah, okay, so 11 will fail, 21 will succeed, so Addy Dark, you take a total of 6 points of damage.
Now,
did it go
question.
through? Nope, okay, so 6 points of damage. 1 second. And then for... Oh, wait, I got that wrong. It's 12 points of damage to you, and then 6 points of damage to Agni. There you go.
Now, question. Thunderwave pushes people away from you if you fail. So am I no longer grappled?
Huh.
Yeah, that's how grapples read. Like if something forces somebody to move, you're no longer grappled.
All right, fair enough. So that being said, Addy Dark, you are sent flying. This Agni, however, you're able to stand your ground, but you definitely feel this sort of shock wave. How far does it send people? 15 feet away?
Yeah, I think it's 15. Let me double check.
Agni is also going to absorb that.
All right, so that's gonna be
It's 10 feet, so he would like fly backwards into the wall.
Oh man, oh god. As this happens, you immediately get sent flying as you crash into the wall over off to the side, and immediately you almost feel the pain of the stone hitting the back of your head. You drop down, but you're still up and you're ready to go. That said, is that your turn, Zaman?
Yeah, that is his turn.
All right. Next up in initiative, we have Hannibal. Oh boy. All right, I got something for this. Gore, you want him to go all out? Oh. Give me one moment. I couldn't do this because obviously I had to, make sure everybody's doing this stuff.
Tito wouldn't want this. Gore, though.
You begin to watch for a brief moment in time as...
Lightning? Come on, son.
Yeah. Hey, man, you asked for this shit, bro. You watch as you look above for a brief moment in time, and you'll see as a cloud will begin to form over the likes of the village. You even look and see as a bit of lightning begins to surge for a moment in time, and as this begins to happen, you see Hannibal begins to sheathe his blade and then begin to examine every bit of your movement, waiting for a slight shift. As he waits, several seconds pass. And as you begin to get ready to almost anticipate and begin to even think about your next move, immediately everybody watching, you watch as the entire area around Gore, within a 5-foot radius, begins to slowly almost turn, crack, and completely break. Almost like when you look up towards the sky, as the day begins to, or sky begins to shatter, you watch as the area around Gore begins to shatter as he is going to use Judgment of the Heavens. Gore, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
What?
Yo, that title.
Oh my god!
Yo, where is this? We didn't find the ops, bro. What the hell?
Oh my god.
Where was this versus the Zhao Dynasty?
Yo,
He didn't fight the Zhao Dynasty like he wanted to.
man, we should have had him out there.
That's
Crazy.
You will need to make a Constitution saving throw real quick, and he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. Alright, let's see what he's got. Con, will fail. Wiz will fail. That said, he will take half of the damage back. Unfortunate. Alright, or not half of the fucking damage. What is it? He takes... Animal does his ability if he learns it, he takes...
Gore's been rolling in this fight, though. I just want to say.
Alright, takes 7 points of damage. That said, and then wisdom saving throw, he's gonna go berserk. Oh fuck, okay. That's gonna be something to deal with in a minute. As this happens, Gore, you watch as all of reality is basically broken and shattered before you as you drop down unconscious. At this point, you see as he sheathes the legs of his sword once more, as he barely even moved it out of the sheath in the first place. As that is the move he's trying to teach you, Azora. Oh god. That said, that is his turn. He will then begin to look over and wait for his next challenger. Alright, Agni, you receive initiative. What you got for us?
Azora called him out, so he is going to make an attack at Azora. With one more flame wreath.
Alrighty, that's let me try to get this thing. There we go. Moz, you can shout out total. For the Art of Azora, please. Thank you.
We'll see if your ice can block this flame. As he lunges in for a flame wreath.
You got it. Make the attack roll. Let's see what you got.
She prepares herself.
19 to hit. The first thing, or one of the first things that hits you. That is going to be 8 points of damage plus another d6.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's gonna empower spell that, so as it hits, the flames latch onto you, and he closes his fist, and the flames like ignite. And I'm gonna re-roll the 1 and the 2.
You got it. All right. Roll 2d10 for me. 13 more points of damage. Also add a d6 on top of that.
It's 2 more d6s from the one from absorb elements and one from the fear and smite that he had on before.
Man!
Oh,
God!
I rolled the concentration for that, but I know you can have that.
Yeah, she gets resistance to all fire. I'm not sure how that. It's not like coming up.
So it's not resistant to fire. The way it works is you have to use your reaction. Do you have your reaction on you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, her reaction. Yeah.
Okay, so wait, did you choose fire damage or did you choose cold damage?
It's from her weapon.
Oh, the fucking weapon gives fire resistance? Wait, what?
Yeah, that's wild. Because Agni's about to
Okay, I learned something new today. Apparently, Frostbrand short swords do that. Did not know that. That says, so that is a total of, let me do the math here. 5 plus 4, that's 9 plus 13. That is 22, half to 11 points of damage. All right, let me.
Yeah, she was at 32, so
32.
She's at 21.
Right. She's at 21 now. You got it. All right, that said, Agni, is that your turn? You got anything else?
Do I have to make that Constitution check again? Or...
Oh, if you're trying to use the, if you're trying to empower it even further with the mark, Constitution saving throw.
About the same. I think I had a 13 before. 14.
Nah, it's not going to be enough.
Learning.
That being said, oh, good.
You see, as the flames hit her, you do see as it disperses, like she clearly didn't do as much as you would have assumed it did, and she says, "I have been honing my skills, friend."
Then let's see how much further you can push yourself.
Prepare myself.
That said, That is your turn. Addy Dark, you receive initiative. Afterwards is Azora, then Zaman. What you got, Addy?
I'm gonna rage. I have one question. The Earth Rage gives temp HP. Does that like reset the temp HP thing? Just curious if
it doesn't reset it. You can choose which one you want to take. So if you want to keep the one that you have now, you don't. You can, or you can replace it with the new one.
Oh, then I would get just whatever the new one is added back on.
Yeah, because you only got 2 temp HP right now. So, yep. All right. How much temp HP is it for the Earth form?
I forget. All the temp HP is hella like not.
Yeah, you're good. I gain temporary hit points equal to your barbarian level, so you get 4 temp HP from what I see. Also, we talked about the 1 change, so you're gonna get a bonus to your AC as well because you're shifted, right?
Yeah, I'm shifted.
All right, so that is 17 AC right there. As it begins to form, you watch as, or actually, I guess you can describe how this looks as you begin to become one with the earth elements.
Yeah, I guess as I land, I look up at Zaman and I say, let's have some fun. And I shift and I immediately charge him in, it's actually kind of odd because I went from bear to wolf, but it's all good. I'm galloping over.
That said, you rush over and try to slash towards him, make an attack roll.
And then I will do a good old fashioned. And I will be attacking recklessly. This one.
All right, make another one because advantage. 9, 8 and a 9. Unfortunate. That said, you try to strike over towards it, and you're trying to get used to sort of converting to the likes of the different elements and the different forms in rapid sort of succession. That being said, you try to strike out with the great club, or aka the baseball bat, but you're not able to strike fast and accurate enough. That said, is that your turn?
The baseball bat was in his mouth.
Yo, why did I get injured?
I don't know, so I'm gonna change that. I think it's just Foundry lagging and trying to catch up. All right, so Addy, that is your turn. Azora, you receive initiative. What you got for us?
Yep, it's just a regular attack at Agni, and she'll say, "Quick, defend yourself," and just regular attack.
20 to hit, 9 points of damage. Agni begins to stumble for a brief moment. You do. That said, is that your turn? Azora, as you strike him.
Yep.
He'll cast shield on that because she said defend yourself. Agni would actually prepare and defend himself as runes kind of come in front of him to block the attack.
That said, the block begins or is completely deflected. No damage dealt.
Yep, that's all she'll do.
All right.
She'll say, "Good, keep preparing," and she'll just adjust a little.
All right. Next up in initiative, we have Zaman, and then it's Hannibal afterwards.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Never mind. Go ahead.
You see Zaman would say, interesting. You continue to charge me. You need to think, Addy. Think. As he casts Thunder Wave again, but this time at level 2.
You got it. Make or cast a spell.
I think he's gonna get all 3.
Oh man, he's trying to kill everybody. That's 10 points of damage. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. Just go through. All right, there we go. I hate how Foundry's just lagging or whatever, where it doesn't show if you did it or not. So 9, a 5, and a 15. 5 will fail, 9 will fail, 15 I believe will succeed.
Pass. That passes.
Yeah, it'll pass. That said, that's gonna be 5 points of damage to Agni. Or excuse me, 10 points of damage to Agni. But you are barely up with only a little bit of sliver of HP. Addy Dark towards you, this will be a total of 5 damage. Not reduced, but your temp HP will be consumed. And then to Azora, this will be a total of 10 points of damage. That being said, you guys look over, and at this point, you all are looking a little bit worse for wear, but it seems to be that Zaman has not been injured a single time in this fight. And I said,
And Agni and Azora both get pushed 10 feet away, actually in different directions. Agni goes like diagonally, and then Azora will go directly to the right.
I said that is your go. So I'm gonna move Agni 5, 10, about right here. And that said, you guys land over
And
there.
then
Addy Dark is
He's going to
still
position
standing
himself
around.
right there, and says, "Come at me with everything you got, Addy." And he'll end his turn.
All right, at this point, oh goodness, you both look at Hannibal, and Azora. I mean, you've probably spent the most time with him. Something's not right. You look over and he's sort of breathing heavy for a brief moment in time, and you see as his arms are sort of just shaking with anger and rage for a brief moment. And you look over towards him. Something's not right. He's lost all his cool. He's lost control. You will see as he begins to immediately roar out in a fury. And he is going to use, for the first time, you will actually, well, one of the first times you will actually hear as Hannibal begins to roar with all his Leonin might, and it is a blood-curdling roar at that. All right, I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws. I believe you are, 10 feet. Yeah, I need both of you guys to make a wisdom saving throws for me. Agni will succeed. Azora, I need you to make a wisdom save. You gotta do it manually though.
Did
18, 16. As the sort of roar begins to pierce through your ears, you're able to sort of resist the likes of the fearing effect, and you look over towards them. You're not necessarily frightened of him, but you definitely know something is going on. It seems to be that now his challenge has been brought to him. He is going to then, oh boy. Yeah, with the long sword in hand, he is going to just strike out at both of you. One single attack towards you all. First attack is going to be towards Agni, and you can't use a bonus action. So that is going to be a 19 to hit, 11 points of damage.
My shield is still up.
Oh yeah, your shield is still up. So that being said, you're able to block the likes of the blow as the arcane runes begin to form. He then, after seeing, looking towards you, he is not saying any words, but he immediately will just slice over towards Azora instead. All right. 13 will miss. How do you defend yourself, Azora?
She quickly raises her blade, getting a little bit more serious as she sees something's wrong with him.
You just hear as he's just growling at this point, almost completely feral at this, or in this moment in time. His form seems to be off, and he is thrown all oh wait, hold on. He's thrown, oh fuck, he's in his berserk state. Hold on real quick. I'm not bullshitting you. Agni, he does have advantage on these attacks, but the difference is basically you guys have advantage on all attacks towards him, as he's basically recklessly attacking right now in this berserk state. So he will roll again. That is my bad. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, good.
All right, long sword attack. 25. Does it still
reach through? That does hit. Yep, that hits.
I feel bad. I'm sorry. I messed up there.
All good.
All right. That said, he will make another longsword attack because he has the advantage still. 10. All right. It will still miss, and you will go through like
nice.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry, buddy. Oh man, I'm so sorry. That is my bad.
Wow.
That said, as Agni is sort of struck, you'll see as it's definitely not a sort of fatal wound. He doesn't just stab you where you stand, but as this happens,
no, I die. I'm dead.
Yeah, you're dead. All right. You see, as he strikes into you, the electricity begins to shock you to your core, and you watch as your vision begins to go hazy until you just collapse like a rock. I said, Agni is down.
Zaman, you will hear Zora yell out, "Zaman, restrain Hannibal. He's gone berserk."
Zaman will look over and say, "Understood."
I said, all right, that is his turn. Addy Dark, you are up.
If you said anything else, I'd have like that's the.
What do you say? If I said anything else, what?
Yeah, if you said anything else instead of agreeing with him,
no, Zaman was not paying attention. He didn't know what was going on. If Azora didn't say nothing, he was still focused on Addy Dark.
Fair. Thing to me.
All right. That said, what you got for us, Addy Dark?
I'm just gonna swing, bro. Swing a sword and get a kill.
Be swinging. All right, making some attack rolls.
Recklessly. I'm out here reckless.
That's a 17. Oh man, even reckless won't be able to hit, but you do have a second attack roll. That's a nat 20. You're getting at least one hit in. That's it. Addy Dark, describe what this looks like.
I think that I swing with my left and he dodges it because, pretty nimble, but he didn't see that uppercut coming. See? Straight up.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
All in the hips.
That's it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then I would yell, strike, 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 because that's my striker ability, and yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, wait? Hold on. You have the crusher wave thing. Hold on. When you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an unoccupied space. Yeah, you want to send Zaman flying?
Yeah, he's flying towards our good friend who's berserked apparently. I don't know.
All right, it deals bludgeoning damage. Attack rolls against that creature. I mean, hey, if you ever do want to hit Zaman again, you do have an advantage on your start of your next turn. But you send him 5 feet away. Almost knock him down as he stumbles off a bit. Addy Dark, that is your turn. Azora, you receive initiative. What do you do in this moment in time?
Sheesh. Oh boy. Yeah, she would go to I think what she would do is try to go and grab damn. She would try to she would just attack Hannibal.
Fair
like kind of like kind of try to like end it like a way to kind of like disarm him, but yeah, it'll just be an attack roll.
As this begins to happen, you see as the same thing as Gore witnessed before. You look over towards Hannibal, and immediately you see a younger version of himself screaming out in pain as he's being placed on the legs of a table, being restrained as multiple mutagens are being coursing amongst his body. You see as his veins begin to almost bulge with this sort of black ichor and more. You watch his eyes begin to bleed, and as this happens, he is fighting his way out of this. You watch in these sort of visions, you see as he claws this one individual, immediately tearing their head off, runs over to a second one, immediately just rips them in half. A rage untamed. That being said, you have disadvantage on all attack rolls as he is going to amplify his blood curse. Alrighty.
Well, we already have advantage on him, right?
Yes. So it will be a straight roll.
Yeah. Well, she's gonna go to draw water to get advantage.
Advantage and disadvantage. The way it kind of works is it doesn't really like stack or anything like that. I'm gonna just roll a D100. 50 or higher it does.
We could go straight roll. Yeah, we could go straight roll. Yeah, that's fine.
It's a weird thing or whatever, but go for it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So you see her go to strike at him to kind of get his weapon out of his hand.
That said, I've already done it. 22, 15 points of damage. You see as you're able to strike towards him, he begins to actually almost drop the legs of the weapon, and then he grips it even further to try to almost get ready to almost preemptively strike you again. That said, is that your turn?
Yep. She would say, Zaman, why he's distracted?
All right. Well, Zaman, you're up. What would you like to do?
You see Zaman because when Azora called out to him, he looked that way, then he got sucker punched by Addy. He touches his chin for a second. He contemplates and is just like, "You're lucky there are bigger issues at the moment." And he's gonna cast Hold Person on Hannibal.
All right. Let's see what he can do. Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
You're gonna roll. That is a 19. He will succeed. Well, as said, you watch as Hannibal's form begins to sort of almost drop for a brief moment. You watch as it becomes restricted, and immediately you watch as he breaks out of the chains, breaks out of the shackles, and more, and he just yells out, "I will no longer be restrained." That said, Zaman, is that your turn?
Yeah, Zaman's gonna back up a little bit. Be right here. And that'll end his turn.
Alright. Azora, I wish you the best of luck. Let's hope it's time to see or prove your strength now.
Why you standing next to me, bro? You could go near Gore or something, bro.
Gore's dead, bro.
Don't stand next to people, bro. Space out, bro.
Space out, bro. You just sucker punch me. He's hoping Hannibal comes and knock you out.
Well, alright. You'll see as this bonus action, Hannibal would begin to immediately just reach out into his sort of or into his satchel. You'll see as he begins to take out one of the vials and one of the mutagens, and he won't even drink it. He will bite into the likes of the glass and let the mutagens flow within him, as he will increase his strength for a brief moment to 21. Alright.
Oh.
Now he is not playing.
This was a mistake.
Alright, so let me make sure that is correct. It might go to 22. I could be wrong.
Depends on his level.
Potency.
I blame Zaman.
Transform increases. This bonus increases at level 11. Okay, nope, it's +3. Alright, well, he's going to make 2 attack rolls with advantage, and he's going to try to obliterate you with these strikes. First one. Gonna be a 16. How do you defend yourself as he just tries to overwhelm you with power?
As she's fought against her master before, it's been long enough that she understands his movements. So she's trying to time his strikes, but she does feel the weight behind each blow, and this is something that's throwing her off.
And that said, as you defend yourself from the first one, he just reaches back and then he immediately slams the blade down, almost trying to break the katana in your hand. You'll make another attack roll. That is an 18 to hit, 7 points of damage base, and he's gonna roll a d8 for the lightning damage on top of it. That is 1 point of damage. You are a lucky individual today. Oh wait, hold on. He does, I think he has a thing. That's a 2? Oh, it's not rolling this d10. Hold on. Because he's using two-handed or whatever for this. He's not using one. Alright, retract that. Give you back your 8 HP. You can roll lower. Or actually, no, he still does the 1 damage or whatever, but this. Boop. And d10. Long sword, so that's going to be 8 points of damage. So you are at 2 HP at this moment in time. You see at this point, he nearly breaks the legs of the katana, and you watch as the sword embeds itself into your chest. Blood begins to flow onto the sand and more, and you just see as he snarls, and he just looks over and says, "Show me your strength!" Alright, that is his turn. Addy Dark, what you got?
Oh, this is a bad look for us, bro.
Good. I believe I'm gonna look to Zaman and say, "You took that punch as if you almost had a soul."
We have bigger issues right now. We will finish our battle later.
Well, why don't you make yourself useful and toss me a heel? And he starts charging towards
the disrespect, bro.
Also, real quick, don't mean to interrupt your turn, but Azor, you did receive an inspo. If you can give that to someone else, because I think you already received one, right? Or no?
Yeah, I got one, so we'll give it to who didn't get one.
I think all of us in the ring has gotten one.
I don't think I have one.
I mean, you got one from Gore technically, but
nah, that doesn't count.
Well, no, Gore let him use his, so I guess I'll give Addy. So yeah, Addy, you got it.
All right, and after that, Agni, you receive an inspiration point from chat. Did you already get one earlier or no? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, I was definitely muted. No, I didn't get it. Would have been nice earlier.
There you go. So, that said, that is all we got. Addy Dark, you rush over towards the legs of Hannibal, and as this point in time, as he's looking towards Zoram, you see as he begins to almost look towards the back, or look towards almost the back of his head, and immediately, with a sort of unnatural quickness, you see as he faces you right where you stand, meeting you head on. What do you do?
I try to headbutt him.
All right. 9 will miss. That being said, he's gonna still do Blood Curse of the Eyeless onto you. He's not gonna amplify. Actually, no, he's gonna amplify it. In this state.
Question. Dude, you have that Berserker thing where I got advantage?
Yes, you do.
Alright, let me roll this one more time.
Already did it. 21 will hit. 9 points of damage towards the likes of Hannibal. As you strike into him, you see he begins to almost go back and forth. But Adidark, same sort of thing. You watch as you see as Hannibal's pass begins to play out before you. Your eyes begin to bleed for a brief, or bleed this sort of black ichor for a moment, and you're able to push through and strike him first. You do have a second attack though.
Can I push him 5 feet?
Yeah, if you want. Well, are you trying to like shove him as a bonus action?
No, it was the 5 foot. Because I hit the bludgeoning.
That's only if you crit with your
No,
pressure thing.
he can do that. He can do that anytime.
Okay.
Yeah, then the move. Yeah.
He can move 5 feet anytime when he hits.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. Are you talking about pushing Hannibal, or are you talking about moving yourself?
Pushing Hannibal 5 feet.
Can you talk about the attributes, the weapon attributes or whatever?
Yeah, but
No.
Yeah, you're right. I'm stupid. Yeah, it is. So yeah, you can push him 5 feet. Where do you want to push him?
I guess above 0.
You guys, so like right here?
Yeah, and then I'll use my last little bit of movement there, and let's do it again. The headbutt really had him on his heels there.
That being said, 21 to hit and 9 points of damage. Oh, wait, for the second one?
Here's the second one.
It's a straight roll. Now keep in mind, it is a straight roll because he is giving you disadvantage on this. So we will take the first one, which is still a 16. So it doesn't matter. It will hit, dealing 8 points of damage. Also, maybe I added the rage damage on top of it. Go ahead.
Why do you give me disadvantage?
He's giving you disadvantage because he's using a blood curse on you. You seeing the likes of his pass and making you bleed from your eyes, that's the thing that's giving you disadvantage. But you do have advantage yourself, so it cancels out. Regardless, you're good to go because the first one was a 16.
Okay, and then can I push him into the wall with that second hit?
It's only once per turn, but yeah, for like thematic's sake, you can sort of push or back him up to against the wall as he begins to crack amongst the or into the sort of area. Is that your turn?
At the end of it, I said, "Zaman, don't forget that heal."
All right. That said, next up in initiative, we have Azora. Afterwards is Zaman, and then Hannibal again. Azora, what would you like to do?
Yeah.
No.
Near death, nearly slain by their own sensei.
Yeah, same thing. She tries to take out, knock him out. So she's gonna do go to the water sword stance, and unless I'm blinded again,
you are
gonna
blinded
get advantage.
still.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna do it anyways, just for the plus 2 if it hits.
You got it.
Oops, I forgot you can't do that. I gotta actually hit the thing. My fault. Hold on.
You're good. All right. I said 18 will hit, dealing 17 points of damage. I'll see if he has anything. It doesn't look like he does. That said, how do you want to knock him out?
So once Addie punches him to the back of to the wall and hits him again, she hurries up and jumps like right here, and it just slams the sheath down onto his head to knock him out.
They're
almost cracking her sheath.
As it begins to drop down onto the ground, the huge thud you see as Hannibal is no more. That being said, Hannibal is exited out of the fight. And with that, the question is, do you guys continue the fight or do you end it there?
You gotta give the people what they want.
She's calling it. She's limping out. she got blasted.
That being said, at this point in time,
Nah, Zaman's trying to finish what he started with Addie.
well, you might have to wait. As you all begin to you see as Azora sort of limping out, trying to look over towards Hannibal. you'll just hear somewhere else in the village, just someone screaming out, "Help! They're attacking!"
Ain't no
At this
way.
point in time,
Ain't no way.
you look over, and those of you not
how
in
we
the
feel?
arena,
That's
you
how we
look to
feel.
find a strange, corrupted Myconid attacking the masses and the village. You look over and at their form, and they seem to be completely almost dismantled, mangled, torn, and also infused with the likes of this astral light. They look over towards the entire arena, and you hear as they begin to just roar out in a ferocious sort of anger, tainted by an astral light. And with that,
Ain't no way.
that is where we'll have to end the session. Session 3
And
of
Christ.
Valley of Dreams.
I just wanted to
Jeez,
talk
man.
to, I just wanted to talk to people. Y'all really needed to get into this fight.
Oh man.
Yeah. Oh man.
Goodness.
Time to leave this village.
Oh man, oh man.
Whew, I mean, ain't no way.
The whole party sitting around KO.
Legit.
Oh man.
I'm telling you,
Maybe if you weren't just constantly blasting on.
bro. Zaman and
Go
Addy.
ahead, Zaman and Addy, go ahead.
It's gonna be
Zaman and Addy arc.
Yo, bro.
This is gonna be interesting, man. That was the most in character.
Zaman and Eddie team up.
Now, I want it to be known. I'm not saying this order. It's not anybody's fault or anything like that. It is the most in character thing, and I respect the fuck out of it. Don't you dare clown him. But the funniest thing is that when Leroy the Mushroom said, "Hey yo, I think there's someone, one of the starry creatures," and then Addy Dark just walked off, I was like, "Oh no, oh no."
Yeah, bro. If you would have said night creature, I would have said starry.
Well,
Hey
Cora,
man,
Addy,
don't know what that
and
is.
Zaman versus blank.
Versus the world, bro. We about to get it.
Versus the world. That's it. We're gonna have to figure it out next time. But I hope you guys enjoyed the session and all that stuff. I'm gonna break down stream. Don't go, if you gotta go, obviously go. But we're gonna do the lore challenge bit in a second. All right, be right back, guys. Alrighty. That being said, thank you guys for watching, every single one of you. Y'all are fantastic individuals as usual. That was a fun session. That was a fun session. I didn't expect it to turn into a battle royale halfway through. But hey, here we are. Here we are. That said, thank you guys for watching. For those of you guys who don't know, my name is SenseiSuplex. I'm a professional dungeon master where I run a giant persistent universe known as Project Aurora. Every game can affect each other. All the dungeon masters run their campaigns in the same universe, and you guys can affect the sessions in multiple ways as well. If that sounds remotely interesting to you, !project, join the Discord and get involved that way. Also, if you want to see exactly all the events leading up to this session and any of the other campaigns, go to the YouTube channel. We actually just dropped a YouTube video just a while ago, and it actually helps out the likes of dungeon masters to really be able to run their games the best way they can. Fun fact, we actually just got 430 subs, so special shout out to all of you guys in chat. Thank you. But hey, go check out this video I just released a second ago. If you want, leave a like, leave a comment on it to help with the algorithm and all that good stuff. That said, that's all I got. I don't know if we're gonna raid into somebody. Nah, yeah, should we raid into somebody? Yeah, I don't see a reason not to raid into someone. Let's raid into. Well, I try to raid into Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck it. I feel like being special and extra. Let's raid into my good friend T. She's streaming some Apex Legends at the moment. Good friend of me and the Discord and all that good stuff. So let's go head over to there and let's go tell her that she is awesome. All right. That said, I will see you guys Wednesday, I believe at 11 a.m. Eastern time for the D&D Sensei show. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you later. Dude.